Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Terrence.
What's up?
And special guest, Dorian.
Hey.
All right, guys, we're back. No Micah this week, thankfully.
No slander. I appreciate that.
Give it time. We're going to ease in. We're going to ease in.
Still early.
But we're back. I think Micah is taking out his lovely wife for her birthday.
Yes, happy birthday,
America.
Yeah. You don't listen to this, but, you know, it is what it is.
Welcome to the Nerdpocalypse.
The Nerdpocalypse.
She'll never hear it. All right, so let's get right into it. There is a review up by the time you're listening to this for Good Boys. Dorian went to see that, so he gave his review of it. So look for that in the Coming Distractions podcast feed or on YouTube, youtube.com/the Nerdpocalypse. Did you guys watch anything?
Yeah, I said I watched, I checked out, what is that called again? Brightburn, yeah.
Oh.
Here's the thing about Brightburn. I enjoyed it, but I just finished watching The Boys.
Yeah, that's a little hard.
Yeah. So it's like, the concept is fucked up now.
Yeah.
So it just kind of, like, The Boys kind of ruined it for me. Like, it was cool. Right. Like, evil Superman or whatever.
He was a little prick.
Yeah, he was an asshole. Like, yo, that is another one of them little motherfuckers that, like, he played his part way too well. And he looks like a creep. A little boy.
What'd you think of that scene where he kills his uncle in the truck?
Oh, yo.
Yo, that scene like really kind of bothered me.
Yeah, right. Yo, they went for it now.
I was like, God, I didn't expect, like, the end when he drops the truck. And
you just thought, oh, he'd be dead.
I was like, oh, he's dead. And then they cut back to it, and I'm like,
you're going to see this shit.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty gruesome.
It was incredibly gruesome.
I mean, at this point, we're well past spoilers. Shit, the movie's on DVD.
Yeah. His fucking jaw
he like disconnected his jaw because it went through the fucking steering wheel. Gross. Man. It was good, but again, like I said, after watching The Boys, I'm like, it lost its luster.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Like, I do like the ending though.
Do you want to see more in that universe? Would you watch more?
Again, since The Boys came out, it kind of fucks it all up. But I wouldn't mind it. It was dope.
I thought it was fun for a micro.
Slow. It was slow.
Yes.
But like the budget,
$6 million, I think.
Yeah. So it's fine. Like the fact that the flying effects are really easy to do nowadays really helped it.
Yeah.
Because when he was fucking the house up, just flying through the house, tearing it apart, I'm like, that's really fucking scary.
Yeah, he tore those cops to shreds.
Yeah,
pretty easily.
He pretty much pulled an A-train on that one cop. Boom, disintegrated. I was like, God damn, why I had to be the brother? Okay, no, but he fucked the chick up.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
like he slammed her all over the house.
And again, you're gonna watch this, and you will see her eyes roll back. Like, all right,
that was fucked up.
That's enough.
Yeah,
the one scene that I literally had to turn my head was when the light broke.
Oh, and the woman's eye.
And the woman got the glass, and I'm like, I can't watch this. I don't like eye shit.
Well, it was
like
ball parts.
Yeah, I don't like eye shit. Like, I really don't. And it was got stuck in her eye, and she was probably like, nope.
Just tell me what's over.
Yeah, and then when she screamed, I'm like, okay, she has to pull it out. And then there was like blood on the ground. I'm like, okay, ew.
That part was fucked up, but what I enjoyed about that scene was that her vision then had the blood
on that side. I'm like, that was what it would look like.
I don't know. I feel like you probably
blind in that fucking left eye.
Yeah, he took out his pop though.
Like, it was cool though.
Yeah, when he killed his dad, that was fucked. It was just like, oh,
I mean, he was just like, fuck you.
Wow.
I mean, he shot his son in the back of the head.
Like, he turned around. He was like,
nigga, really?
If he had said nigga really at that moment, I'd be like, oh, no. This feels valid.
I was hoping it would work. I was hoping it would work.
He was like, this has got to work, right? Like, it's not going to work. Yeah, when he took his mom up, I was like, oh, she ain't gonna make it.
It was almost like he didn't want to see her die, kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess so. He was just like,
it's like because she actually gave a shit, like she cared, like she knew he was fucked up. Like come on, you have to know at this point.
Not like the fact like you almost thought she had him. She's about to stab me now.
Yeah, he was like, nah, bitch.
No.
This is my story. No,
I said, this is going to go.
Yeah. And then I'm like...
he took it through the roof, like, boom, head first. Like,
your face was all fucked up.
I like that they gave you that hope of like, oh, the good guys are going to prevail. And they were like, nah.
No, and he drops a plane on him. I was like, God damn,
he sees the plane coming like, you know what? Yeah.
Let me cover this.
Let me cover my tracks.
By killing 300 innocent people. Because fuck them.
I like to think that's the plane that Homelander let go. And it just kept going and got to him.
He was just like, no.
Nah, it was cool. I enjoyed it. But yeah, again,
I could definitely see.
I think I would have had a bigger impact had I not seen The Boys like a whole week and a half prior.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. Did you watch anything?
I'm on the 3rd season of Stranger Things. Yes, finally.
Congratulations.
After 20 years.
I haven't finished that season of Stranger Things.
Yeah, I've been binging for the past couple weeks. I'm on episode 4 now.
Okay, you're like where I am.
This is good. I like this fucking show.
Yeah, it's really good.
I like the show. I like the show.
really
It's definitely good stuff. And I enjoy seeing the cast transition, like from little kids up to like straight up teenagers.
Yeah, because they have mad growth spurts.
Right, yeah, really.
Over the summer, like those kids are tall as shit
Especially
now.
Mike, like, oh god damn.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's a pretty good show. I'm enjoying it. And Dustin is my boy.
Yeah, I like this
Yeah.
one.
You got teeth now. Calm down, bro.
He has like a real, that's a real thing. Like,
Yeah,
like
and I was reading
teeth
something.
development is
I was reading something about him. I forgot what he said he has because he has no collarbone. He said like
he has no collarbone.
Yeah, because it's all tied into when he didn't have his teeth either.
Oh, interesting.
It's a specific I don't want to say diagnosis, but like affliction or whatever. And so of course as the actor, he said like a lot of times he would go to these auditions, and of course they would shoot him down because of his lisp and the way he talked. And he got to Stranger Things, and the guy said, "You know what? We're gonna write this into your character." Like all that
dope.
shit.
That's dope.
Yeah, so it's funny now he got that role.
Good
Now,
writers do.
yeah, exactly. And so it's now like he's got that role, and he's getting all this other stuff. He's on like what is he like Verizon or
Yeah, he's on some commercial.
yeah, he's like somebody's spokesperson. So that's pretty damn dope though.
He's a funny kid. Like
Yeah.
he actually, he's a good actor. So
Like,
yeah, it would.
a Biff.
It's I mean, like in reality, there would be kids with like just like him. He's a kid. Like he has, not all kids look like mega stars.
Right.
Like they're all different and stuff like that. That's cool. All right, so no science and tech or stupid tech this week, so we'll jump right into lightning round. But before we do that, make sure you go to the nerdpocalypse.com/Amazon. Use that link whenever you go to buy anything on Amazon. We get a little bit of a kickback. You don't pay anything extra, but it does in fact help out the show.
No stupid tech. That shit we just saw on Wish.
That's not technology.
You got
That is
that reminded me of a Dave Chappelle joke from the from the show. The play haters ball.
Oh.
The drawers.
Oh yeah,
It's like
dick holes in it.
drawers with dick holes in them. Because clearly, again, I don't know what the fuck those drawers was for.
but they were only $2. I remember that.
Hey, they were $2.
That was the least of the worries.
Don't buy your things on the Wish.
Yeah, Wish is wild.
Yeah, that's
man.
a wild scenario, man. Everything. All right, lightning round, Terrence.
First up, Neil Blomkamp is no longer the director for Robocop Returns. That kind of sucks because he's dope.
Yeah, this is kind of a bummer.
So is this being made?
I guess that is the question. Are they going to actually make it? I don't know.
Because
Do
I was
I even
watching
want it?
something the other day about Chappie.
I've never seen that.
It's pretty good, but the effects that they used, like they had what's his name in the suit. Like he was in like a motion capture suit.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? What the hell is his name? The guy.
The guy he always works with?
Yeah.
Charlito Copley?
Sharlto Copley.
Copley.
They filmed him and then they digitally removed him
And put
the robot in
Oh, interesting.
every scene.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy. Like I was watching. No, it was the dudes that do the special effects.
Oh,
The-
yeah.
Huh?
Collider Crew or...
Yeah, the whatever. the
Collide
name.
Crew.
Yeah, they were like, they digitally removed him. Like, so his special effects crew is dope.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine what they would have been able to do with a RoboCop movie.
I don't know.
And now he's not doing it. So that
I remember
sucks.
after District 9, he came up with
Elysium.
and then Chappie.
Yeah. Elysium.
But I don't think either one of those already received very well.
Neither one was.
Yeah, so like I think he did an outstanding job with District 9. That shit was dope as hell.
Yeah, just
But at the same
concept
time, I'm
and-
still not. Even though he's not going to be on this project, I'm not like, okay, well, damn. It's
Like
all
it's
right,
a
well.
well-known. It's a well-known series though. Like
Yeah.
the property is well.
So this is a follow up to
his
the last one, or
Vision.
Yeah, this was supposed to be if Verhoeven had made another RoboCop.
oh,
movie.
straight. I thought it was a follow up from the remake, but okay, this is
No, this
from the original.
This is I would guess that this is more like RoboCop 3 because I think for the most part people are
RoboCop
okay
3
with
had, like,
RoboCop
ninjas,
2.
right?
They
Yeah,
are?
RoboCop
Yeah.
2 was fine.
Yeah, RoboCop
3, that nigga was facing ninjas and shit.
Yeah, the Japanese had their own RoboCop.
Yeah, like not.
And-
How many was it? Was it 4?
There were 4.
Yeah,
of
2 wasn't
them.
that bad. 'Cause I did like the little
No, there were only 3.
asshole kid.
I think it was 3.
No, I think there were only 3. I think the ninja one is the
Okay.
is the
And
worst.
then the reboot. came out a couple years ago.
Right. And so you said the ninjas. I started thinking the ninjas was in part 2. That's why I gave you the evil eye for a second.
You know, that
but I had to think for a second.
Nah.
2 was the little asshole kid
with the drug nuke.
Yeah.
Nuke.
Okay, yeah.
2 was weirdly just as violent and brutal as 1 was, which I think made it work, but it's not as good of a story.
Yeah.
But it was like I liked RoboCop going up against another,
about RoboCop 3, he had like a fucking jetpack.
He did, and it wasn't Peter Weller either.
Yeah, it was a different person.
At that point, they're trying to sell toys.
Well, because there were three RoboCop movies, and then there was the RoboCop series, like the TV series.
The cartoon TV?
No, the live action. Yes, there was a live action RoboCop series. Yes,
that shit.
It was not good, and I'm pretty sure
I remember that.
And the woman who was like his partner in the movie, she was not
Murphy. Wait. Shit, I can't remember. Damn.
Frank Miller was a screenplay.
She was in the show. I'm pretty sure she was on the show because she ain't do nothing else after that.
The fucking mayor from RoboCop 2 was fucking out of control. The black mayor.
Oh yeah. Because wasn't he the same dude from RoboCop 1?
I think so.
That worked for OCP.
He might have been. He was wild, bro.
That dude always reminds me of Talib Kweli. For some reason he does. I'm just going with that. Talib Kweli was in the RoboCop movies, like he just was. So
wow, yeah, I don't remember this shit.
Yeah, I remember. I used to watch it, and I was always disappointed every single week. But I love the original RoboCop.
Did you watch it like something was going to change?
I was hoping. I was really hoping. I was like, they're gonna turn the corner. This episode, they did.
Yo, but I tell you, that first RoboCop movie, man, it's
a classic.
Yo, that was like at the time when violence was still scary to a motherfucker. When they shoot his ass up.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was terrifying.
I remember that actually being terrifying. I agree with you.
Yeah, it's like damn.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it will be interesting to see what they do with the RoboCop series. Was RoboCop owned by Fox? I want to say yes.
RoboCop? Wasn't that a canon?
RoboCop.
Oh, you're right. It is canon. It is canon. But I thought it was later bought because canon fell apart eventually.
Canon was wild.
Yeah, super wild. So yeah, I mean, ultimately, I don't know that you do RoboCop without Blomkamp. At least not right now. I don't know who I would give it to. I honestly don't know. I don't know that there's a director that I'm like I could think of immediately. Like, okay, it's not
Orion Pictures. Sorry,
Cameron.
Who?
Cameron. That's the closest one I could think of.
James Cameron. I can't see James Cameron doing well. I was gonna say I can't see him touching something like that. But yeah, I mean he's back with the Terminator stuff. I could see maybe he would think about it. Maybe produce.
Yeah.
Now if this Terminator movie turns out well, maybe they get fucking the dude who's doing the new Terminator movie. What's his name? Who did Deadpool?
Tim Miller.
Tim Miller, yeah. Maybe he can do it. I mean, that dude loves violence. Like he likes big violent action movies. So maybe he would be a good choice.
I'm sitting here scrolling through some stuff. I found it's actually a documentary on the making of the RoboCop movie. It's called RoboDoc.
That is a terrible name.
Yeah,
that is awful. But yeah, Paul Verhoeven is still making movies. So my druthers would be get him back. Because he made a great movie just like a couple years ago. It's not like he's kind of fallen off. Like
Wait, what movie?
Movie called Elle, which is a movie about rape that is it's a French film. It's really fucking
he directed
brutal.
that?
Yes.
Oh. I remember y'all telling me.
He was not playing in that movie, yo. No, he was not.
That shit happened in the first, 5 minutes of the movie?
5?
Oh, that was
30 seconds?
That was him?
Movie start, rape, brutal rape in the very beginning of the movie. Welcome to the film. That's how it starts. And that shit felt very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Yeah. Paul Verhoeven's not playing it. Like he's still, and he's old. Like he's an old ass man. But he still got it, man. He's like that. It's like the scene where Murphy gets, quote unquote killed in RoboCop. It is highly disturbing, just like this is highly disturbing. Shit. And this movie was made like
2-3 years ago?
Yeah, 3 years ago, I think. Yeah. All so yeah, Elle is not that old of a film. But yeah, that's a rough fucking movie, man. Okay, so from there, next up,
Henry Golding is cast as a lead in the solo Snake Eyes film. I'm sorry, what? Why is there a solo Snake Eyes film?
Why not?
First of all,
why is there an Asian dude named Henry Golding? Because that name does not sound Asian.
That's
to
the
me.
dude from Crazy Rich Asians.
I know, I realize that. But like when I saw the headline, Henry Golding is playing Snake, I was like, what white dude is playing?
He's like half British, half whatever the fuck he is.
I was like, what white dude is playing Snake Eyes? What kind of bullshit ass is that?
Yeah.
Like
Snake Eyes talk?
No.
Okay.
Wait, do what?
Snake Eyes does not talk.
He doesn't talk.
Now, earlier in his life, he may have, and I suppose they will retcon that if that is not true, because you can't have this
dude that was just in a rom-com, like, not talking. That'd be weird.
Yeah, this isn't a Nicholas Winding Refn movie.
Yeah, wait.
Your hero's got to
direct it. Fuck you.
Yeah, he'd be like, I got it. Nobody speaks.
No one says a damn thing.
Whatever
Everyone
they do,
gets their head cut off.
Pray to God they don't do what they did in the last two G.I. Joe movies, where they gave Snake Eyes lips on his fucking mask.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that don't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, like
don't they do that for like the Power Rangers too?
Yeah, like
I don't like that.
Who signed off on that?
So they could play the flute. So they could play a
fucking
night flute.
Green Ranger could play the flute through his mask. Yeah, it makes a lot of fucking sense. The Power Rangers is stupid.
But it doesn't make the noise of a flute. It has like the noise of a synthesizer. It doesn't make any sense.
The Power Rangers is really fucking dumb.
It's trash. I'm sorry.
I don't get the adult obsession with Power Rangers.
I don't.
It seems like the same show every episode.
No, it is the same. It's the exact same fucking premise.
Then why are you still watching it? You know what's
I don't know. They're like, they're kids, they're chilling, and then something happens, and then they gotta fight something.
They gotta fight the putties.
And then a bunch of sparks happen, and then they jump into their power Zords, Mega Zords.
Oh, I've been hit. Calm the fuck down, man. Shit.
You gotta
I'm dance fighting.
Like, you have to overact.
Oh yeah, exactly. Shit. Like,
I mean,
that's just horrible. Sorry, Power Rangers fans. It's just.
Yo, that's fucking hilarious.
I know everything is subjective.
The synth flute through a fucking mask.
Yo, I understand.
Because I used to watch it.
Yeah, of course. We all did.
Pause.
8th grade. What the fuck?
You never watched Power Rangers?
Fuck no. I was at that right age. I was like, you know what? That's some bullshit. I'm good.
Yeah, but you had aged out of it.
Yeah.
Had you been in our group,
I don't think I would have. Nah.
It would have talked to you.
I only watched the first season.
I had a high pedigree.
I don't remember what the fuck
I
happened.
definitely watched multiple seasons, but after a while, I was like, I feel like there's a pattern developing on these episodes, and it's exactly the same.
Wait, how many seasons was when did he become the White Ranger?
Oh, that was like season 5.
I watched the first iteration and then not the first.
Oh yeah.
So I like the whole first iteration.
I feel like that was like probably 3 or 4 seasons.
Okay, yeah, that's what I watched.
And
after that, I'm like, I'm almost 20.
Right. When they stopped using the original cast, I was out. I was like, that guy is not the fucking Red Ranger. Get out of here! Like, knock it off.
I think I saw the movies. I saw the first movie.
Oh, hell yeah!
Yeah, I saw the first movie.
The patent leather suits on?
Oh, dope.
God.
Yeah, it worked. That one scene where it's like Zach does like 9 flips to turn around and be like, "Are you okay?" That shit doesn't make any sense. I was like, "All right, calm down."
That shit's out of order, man. Whew, it's funny.
Just saying.
But yeah, no lips on Snake Eyes mask. It's horrible, dude. That's just wild. The G.I. Joe movies were shit.
They are pretty terrible. I would say G.I. Joe Retaliation is a better movie.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe The Rise of Cobra is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Man.
Did y'all see that on the screener?
We saw G.I. Joe Retaliation.
Oh, okay.
And that was just boring. No,
I don't think
Rise of Cobra. Yeah. Rise of Cobra. I didn't see on a legit copy for a number of years because I was like, "Why? This movie is like everything is out of focus." And I was like, "Oh, this is stolen."
Then Retaliation, they tried to inject The Rock.
Yeah, they tried to franchise Viagra the series, but it didn't work.
Yeah, how you have Lady J with long hair? Get the fuck out of here with that, man.
My whole
Flint was real.
Like my thing was, like there is a blueprint to a G.I. Joe movie. It's pretty obvious, right? Yeah. They have the main characters like fucking Duke, Lady J, Snake Eyes, Beachhead, Roadblock, like. You only need a few. They were like picking characters. I'm like, no, who are these? Nobody cares about these characters. Why is Marlon Wayans in this movie? Why? Why is he there?
Yeah,
that was confusing.
Yeah, so it just didn't work.
G.I. Joe Resolute, that was a hell of a movie. It was the anime.
Oh, the anime, yeah.
That shit was fucking dope.
Yeah, they had fucking Snake Eyes take a sword to the hand.
Man.
Shit was fucking
And
great.
of course, the original G.I. Joe, the movie.
That was also great.
Yeah.
Which, with one of the best openings of all time.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Shit.
Absolutely.
I'm ready to fucking sign up.
But yeah, I mean,
says he's in negotiations to star as a titular role.
yeah, he will.
Guys.
He will.
Why is there? I don't know what it is. Solo.
I don't understand. Like, is this is supposedly, I would assume, a reboot of the G.I. Joe franchise. If it is, why would you start with a solo Snake Eyes movie?
Yeah.
Make a G.I. Joe movie.
Let people get interested in Snake Eyes.
Then spin it off. Like, again, when you're trying to build a cinematic universe, the Marvel plan only works for certain characters. It doesn't work for everything. There's a reason why, like, they didn't give Ant-Man a solo movie up front. Like, they waited. Like,
they weren't even sure that Iron Man was going to work.
Right.
Because he was a fucking C-list character for years.
But, like,
but they got the right person. The perfect person, actually.
Yeah.
And it just blew up.
I will say this. I don't think you ever need a solo any character movie for G.I. Joe. Like, I didn't think you needed a solo
G.I. Joe
Bumblebee
fan to even care, honestly. But like, I don't see why
not leading off
Snake Eyes.
You just don't have the fan base to cover the money you're trying to make back.
At this point, who you trying to
it has to be
very. Like,
it's going to have to be like a $30 to $70 million budget. In my opinion.
I wouldn't even go that high.
I gave you a huge range, dude. $30 to $70 million.
I mean,
like, G.I. Joe is 80s,
right? Maybe some 90s, but for the most part.
Like, when was the last G.I. Joe cartoon series to come out?
Probably the 80s.
80s?
Yeah, probably the 80s.
So what's your
no, probably late 90s. I remember seeing
when they rebooted.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like Beast Wars and shit.
I actually like Beast Wars.
Of course you did.
I don't know what the demographic is going to be for this solo Snake Eyes movie.
Yeah.
I guess it's just like, do you like ninjas?
Yeah, nostalgia.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the only thing I can think of. Like, ninjas are cool.
Unless the
they already did this. It's called American Ninja. There were 4 of them. They had different color ninjas. It was awesome.
Bring back Jim Cotta. Shit.
Yo, Jim Cotta is wow.
But unless that first trailer comes out and just blows us to the back of the theater, nostalgia is only going to take you about so far as Snake Eyes.
Bring back Michael Dudikoff. Michael. Yeah, there's a name you won't hear on many podcasts. Where the fuck is Michael Dudikoff?
Ninja Warrior.
I like American Ninja. Those movies are legally available for free on YouTube. They are. They are. Those are canon films, by the way. They just put them bitches on YouTube. They were like,
"Did you ever watch that documentary?"
Yes.
Yo, that shit.
Yeah, those two brothers were fucking wild.
Documentary on Canon Films.
I did.
Yeah, those two brothers were wild. They didn't give a fuck. All right, next up, Terrence.
Next up, there's a casting rumor for Blade that says what's this nigga's name?
Wesley Snipes.
Goddamn, Wesley Snipes.
What you drinking over there?
Bourbon. Wesley Snipes may be playing Dracula.
I guess.
Do you guys like this rumor?
Is he gonna open his eyes this time?
That was because that movie was trash.
No, he was like CGI. My nigga.
Like, this is bullshit. I don't want to do
CGI my face. I guess
as Dracula,
just give him something so these goddamn fanboys will shut the fuck up.
I still think he should just be Whistler. Like, just let him be Whistler. Like, it's a better role.
I still just think he should be in the audience.
I don't know. Look, I mean, I guess he should be in there in some capacity because he's essentially like the godfather of the MCU when you really think about it.
Look at my face.
Like, he is. I mean, he is. Stop hating on that nigga.
Look at my face.
Stop hating on Wesley Snipes, goddammit.
You didn't even remember who he was 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, I didn't.
Fuck Nino Brown. You know what he did to the goddamn Carter?
He stabbed somebody to the hand. That was fucked up. But look,
I mean, that's
again,
fine.
like if he's Dracula, like how much of a role is Dracula going to play in this movie?
Well,
I
in
would think
Blade
he'd be the
3,
main dude.
he was the main villain.
I don't even remember that.
That movie was bad.
His fucking True Religion jeans and doucheware and shit.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. It was fucking Heatwave from the Flash TV show. Jesus Christ. It's the guy from Prison Break.
Right.
They really try to get this nigga this movie. I mean, I get it, but you know.
I mean, here's the thing. Does it really make sense that Dracula would be black? That seems kind of odd, right?
It would be a little strange.
It's a little strange.
Where's Dracula from? Like
Transylvania.
originally?
Transylvania.
Is it Transylvania?
Somewhere in Europe.
I don't think it's Transylvania. Is it?
He's from Philly. It's Transylvania.
Or like Hungarian. I think Vlad the Impaler, that story, I think is Hungarian. So, like, Wesley Snipes doesn't really strike me as a Hungarian.
Right.
Can he do a Hungarian accent? Can he do any accent?
He was born in
Go ahead.
Romania. Yeah.
What?
Romania. He died in Bucharest. Don't worry about it. He's from Romania.
What Vlad Tepes?
Vlad the Impaler.
So
Vlad Tepes,
Tepes.
Whatever the fucking name.
I don't know him as Dracula, I guess, but I think him as like Whistler would be a cooler role for him.
Yeah.
Again, let him get like a really cool action sequence where he gets to show off that he still got it a little bit. You know, he makes all the guns and all this other shit. He's still a part of it. If you want to kill him off in the first movie, you kill him off and then just move on, or don't like.
Yeah, I'm completely.
Or
fine.
just have this nigga walk across the street and be like, hey, like, it's fine. Wesley Snipes does not have to be involved.
Nice haircut.
Oh, shit. Yeah, Sam, he passing the torch. Yeah, great. All right, we're done. Can we get on to a good movie now? Great.
I mean, if they put him in it, that's fine, like, whether how big the role is. But for me, I'm like, all right, look, he got a check. He's legit an all-time comic book movie legend. He's gotten his due from doing the Blade movies. He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
So if they don't do it, I'm fine with that too. It's whatever.
Yeah, like I look, whatever.
All right, next.
Ghost Rider and Hellstrom shows now branded Adventure into Fear.
Yeah, my goodness.
What is a Hellstrom? Hellstrom.
So Hellstrom is about. We talked about this when they announced it. Hellstrom is basically about a guy who is a serial killer who is also like the son of Satan, and like
Micah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's Micah's story. So here's the thing, like that part's not as important, and I may be fucking the details up a little bit, but I've never read a Hellstrom comic. But what is more important is the Adventures into Fear, right? Because that Adventures into Fear was a series of comics that mostly focused on Man-Thing.
It's like the supernatural aspect to the Marvel universe mostly.
Right. So Man-Thing and Morbius were really featured in these back and forth Adventures into Fear.
Is that a movie coming out?
But that's under Sony. Yeah. That movie's going to be shit. I'm calling it right now. Nobody is going to care about that. So Jeff Loeb, who is running the Marvel TV stuff, was basically like, look, we've got a number of things that we want to work on. Obviously, Ghost Rider and Hellstrom, but there are some other. He said 3 or 4 total properties they want to put into Adventures into Fear, which leads me to believe that Man-Thing is going to be another one of these.
Man-Thing.
But it's funny because Man-Thing is just Marvel's Swamp Thing, and since DC Swamp Thing came out. Apparently it's really good, and then it fucking imploded. They're probably like, hey, I guess we'll just do our series and take all of the fucking interest away. Which is fucked because Swamp Thing looked really good. God, I'm like... Warner Brothers...
Shoot themselves in the foot.
Even when they do something right, they turn around and shoot themselves in the foot. So, but yeah, so my guess is they'll get Man-Thing, and they'll probably do... I'm trying to think of who else you could do... in that universe who would really work. They also said that because Adventures into Fear was a horror line, but they're saying that they're not doing horror because they don't want people to think like Saw and stuff like that. They're doing what they refer to as terror, which they said these are story.
What the fuck is the difference?
Well, what Jeff Loeb says is basically the stories, like terror stories, are those that you go, you realize that you thought that these characters were the monsters, but it turns out they are actually the heroes of the story, and they realize that they're not the villain of their own story. That's not something we've ever done before. So, okay, I guess they just want to use terror just because they just don't want to scare kids off from watching it. I think that's really, from a marketing standpoint, I think that's what they're doing.
I can see that. Okay, that makes a little bit,
right,
little bit more sense.
If you say this is a horror show, parents are not going to let their kids watch it.
Right.
Not that parents ever watched what their kids are doing, but the few that do, I could see them being like, "Oh, it's a horror show. I'm not going to let you watch it." So,
but
we'll
terror is better. I guess they have like the Tower of Terror at Disney.
Well, fear,
I guess.
Right. So we'll see. I'm very interested to see how they pull these off. And I have this weird inkling that they'll figure out how to bring Blade in as well as like since they're. But I don't know if this is like Runaways and stuff where this is solely on television and it only tangentially connects to the MCU as a whole versus the other Disney Plus shows. So I'm not sure.
Who's the showrunner for these?
I don't think they've announced yet. So
okay.
Sure.
I was just thinking like if it was Ike Perlmutter, whose name is?
Ike Perlmutter?
Yeah, if it's
he's not involved in any of these.
Okay, so if he's not involved in these, I think these may tie more closely to the actual movies. Because I know when we had the other shows, him and Feige weren't really, really vibing. Like that. So a lot, of course, a lot of times they just kind of kept those universes separate.
Yeah,
pretty much. But I think they're kind of leaning more towards to trying to really connect these shows to these movies a lot more. I mean, especially with the Netflix series that are coming, with the Lokis and the Scarlet
Disney
Witch.
Plus, you mean?
Disney Plus, my bad. But with those that are coming, they're kind of going to lean a little bit more, and
I hope so.
With linking them up.
I hope so. It would be nice, and I think it would also be smart to link up. Like if you've got Hellstrom, you got Ghost Rider, and possibly Man Thing, link them up with Runaways. Link them up with Cloak and Dagger. They're all on Hulu. So, and they're all Marvel properties. Like make them work together. Like they're already crossing over Runaways and Cloak and Dagger. So why not? Have a Halloween episode where they fucking run into fucking Ghost Rider like, oh shit, son, run! This nigga's head's on fire. Like, whatever. Like, that's how you make that shit work. And like, it doesn't have to be something that's like super hard tied to their story of the season. Just something that's like a one-time thing and just have them show up and then bounce.
I definitely know. Like, I never read a Hellstrom book, but I always knew about him as a character. But I know, like back like 70s. It was like him, Blade, Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange, like maybe two other ones that they were like really big. Like that whole collection of like more the supernatural heroes. Yeah, it was a big thing back then. Yeah, and so like especially with Doctor Strange coming out, you can, if they tie the movies closely more to the TV shows, you can definitely segue that into a whole lot of.
Well, the talk is that you may see Blade show up in Doctor Strange too. Right. That's the talk. And I mean, again, this is all speculation because nobody knows shit. So I don't care how many YouTube videos you see. Here's the answer to the question. No, they don't know. But the speculation is that because they're hopping around the multiverse, somehow something will happen that'll release vampires into the universe and stuff like that. So that would make sense to why Blade is there and things like that. So
yeah, I'm looking at a picture right now. It's Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, Brother Voodoo, Hellstrom, and Magic from the X-Men.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That'd be dope as shit.
Yeah. I'm cool with it. All right.
We'll see. Down the line.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what Disney ends up doing with all of this.
My Ghost Rider, though. Shit.
Yeah, I like Gabriel Luna, excuse me.
So he is gonna be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's the Terminator, right?
Get that check, bro.
Yes. That's right. All right, next up.
And finally, new synopsis has been released for the Joker, the movie. Actually going to be released this month at what film festival is it going to be?
It's like
Venice Film Festival?
Yeah.
Later this month. The synopsis is, it centers around the iconic arch nemesis and is an original standalone fictional story not seen before on the big screen. Felix exploration of Arthur Fleck, who was indelibly portrayed by as a man struggling to find his way in Gotham's fractured society. They didn't
That needs a space there.
It's a word.
That's a new word.
Fucking editor. Fracture Society. Fractures, whatever.
Fractured Society.
A clown for hire by day, he aspires to be a stand-up comic at night, but finds the joke always seems to be on him, caught in a cyclical existence between apathy and cruelty. Arthur makes one bad decision that brings about a chain reaction of escalating events in this gritty character study. That's the synopsis.
Yeah. So okay. the thing that sort of stood out to me is it says that he becomes the iconic arch nemesis, right?
Yeah.
So that idea that he's not really the Joker and all this other stuff. No, he is.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what that tells me. Like all that fan theory that he'd be one of many Jokers or inspired by the original Joker stuff. No, he is in fact the Joker.
Yeah, I never bought that from
so this is going to be canon for the Batman movie coming out. Then, right?
I don't know. I would imagine.
We don't know what
if
they're
you're
doing.
smart.
If this does well, you have to, right?
Yo, it's a Matt Reeves movie.
Yeah,
it's going to be a quality ass movie.
It's going to be good, but that doesn't mean it's going to do well.
Right. No, but I'm saying if you're putting your stock in Matt Reeves to make a Batman movie, and you've got good actors and shit like that, why would you not tie this to it?
It's WB.
No, I'm talking about if this movie does well
in DC.
I think you have to. I think you have to.
If this movie does well, and it looks like it's a very good movie, I know the dude is a comedic director, which is really weird. Again, comedians going from comedy to drama always works.
Yes.
But if this does well, I can't imagine they wouldn't tie this Joker into the Batman movie.
So then we have a 30-year-old Batman beating the shit out of what? 60-year-old Joker?
Well, how old is Wait, no, this takes place in the 80s though.
This takes place in the 80s, but
what does
the Batman movie takes place in 90s, in the early 90s.
It does in the early 90s?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So
it could work. You could just have the Joker just slightly older.
10-year age gap.
Mid-40s?
Yeah. And Robert Pattinson is like 30s.
A couple years younger than we are.
That could work.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I always imagined Batman being slightly younger than the Joker, but only
got to be younger than the Joker,
right?
Yeah,
but only slightly, like
not like fucking 30 years, like the fucking that damn television show.
Yeah.
If anything, I would say like 10 years at most.
Right. Yeah, Gotham had like Batman just beating the brakes off of 70-year-olds. Like, yeah, I think it's pretty easy, guys. Oh, look, I took down the whole Penguin crew. Yeah, they're all 55 years old.
Oh, my hip.
Like, bad knees.
Shut up.
Our path is 33.
Yeah, okay, so that works. Probably about a 10-year difference.
Yeah, that's fine.
That works. And to put the two of them opposite each other,
that would be good. Again, people need to watch other movies that Robert Pattinson has been in.
Yo, look, in the words of Will Ferrell, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, because y'all gonna feel some kind of way if both of these movies work, and it's like,
wow,
it turns out it's pretty good. Yeah, just
that
relax.
actually would be really dope if these actually do really well and they end up being in the same movie together.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. I just
want to see what he's going to look like as Batman. That's it. I just want to see him with an
extra... He's got the look of...
I just want to see him with an extra 20 pounds on him because he's got that fucking jaw.
He's got the look.
Big-ass jaw he got. It'll work. I really think it's going to work.
The thing is, you got to nail that suit.
Yep.
You got to nail the suit. Affleck's suit in Batman vs. Superman was fucking perfect.
Yeah. He was
Justice
gigantic.
League, he looked ridiculous.
Yeah, he was wearing fucking hockey pads, literally.
He was just like, I'm too swole to put my arms down, like fucking Ralphie's brother. And,
first of all, he was huge, and then they made the suit huge.
Like he's already
calm
big.
down. He's not a fucking sumo wrestler.
Yeah.
Like, relax.
All right, he's supposed to be a ninja. Like he should be. He shouldn't be like 265 pounds.
That's that fanboy shit. He gotta be huge, yo. He gotta be agile. He doesn't have to be fucking built like Triple H.
He's not gigantic,
right? Like that doesn't make any sense.
Gigantic in the cartoons, yo. He's pretty svelte.
Yeah, but
because he has to be.
Quick sidetrack.
You're just running, jumping on roofs at 275. Like what the fuck?
Like fucking Brock Lesnar in the goddamn suit, running around. Like okay,
just Brock Lesnar as Batman is hilarious.
Wait, just because y'all brought up Justice League real quick. One thing that always bothered me about that goddamn movie, among other things, The part after they do the big fight in the sewer system, right?
All right.
Just vaguely.
Yeah, I remember that.
All right.
I vaguely remember.
And so was that, all right.
Is that where Superman shows up?
No, he doesn't show up till later. Way later. This is the first fight in the sewer system when they basically lose to Steppenwolf. It's like, all right, we got to retool, we got to regroup. Let's go back to the Batcave. Why is everybody in their civilian clothes and shit? Like, did they make stops when they went back to the Batcave? I mean, legit. Like, I'm not even talking about like just in your civilian shit. Like,
Batman has a plan for everything, so he had their clothing in his.
Aquaman went back, got his Sherlin coat, had his fucking scarf and a fucking do-rag head. I'm like, wait,
hold on a second. Let me change for a second. Like, hold on.
Like, oh, come on, man. But anyway, that's just bad storytelling. Wow,
it's just inconsistency. Just inconsistent. That movie is so.
Bruce got a goddamn 3-piece suit on and shit. Like, why?
You just just put some pajama pants on. What
are you doing? All right.
He's like, I like to get out of my Batman gear and put on a nice 3-piece suit with a vest. Like,
Nick, where you going out to eat? Like, calm down.
Oh man.
No, I stay in. This is what I wear to sleep. This is my sleeping suit. You're an odd gentleman, Bruce. You're very odd. So yeah, we'll see. But I do like that they confirmed that he is in fact the Joker. That's good.
They're going for it. Oscar bait. When's it dropping? Is it in December?
October.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going for it.
Go for it. Man, you got the right the cast and then the right team, so go for it. Fuck it.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this right now.
It's not going to be a blockbuster. It's going to be, if anything, it'll be on the line of Michael Logan.
Yeah,
where it's
think
just
so.
Well done, critically acclaimed, well shot, well acted. But yeah.
So, but fans will see it because it's Joker,
right?
Yeah. They'll go and see it. And if it's good, because of the style of movie it is, I think it'll be a lot like Logan in the way of like people hating it, but hating it because they wanted something dumb.
You're going to have that crowd that's going to just
look. That is my attitude. People were like, I hated Logan.
Who the fuck hates Logan?
There are nerds who hate that movie, and I'm like, it's because the only type of movies you watch are super fast paced action movies or comedies. Like, you don't watch indie movies. And if you watch indie movies, you would know. Like, Logan is paced like an indie film. It's not paced. It's not paced like
it's got the budget of an indie film.
Right, it does.
It's raw. It's stripped down.
And that's why they could do what they did in that movie, because they were just like, the studio was like, there's a nickel and a half. Just do that. And it turned out like, damn. This is actually pretty good.
Can you imagine how fucking good the Wolverine could have been had the studio stayed their fucking asses out the way?
Yeah, that movie is horrendous. I saw that movie when I was in Florida.
You had
that shit added insult to injury. I was in Florida and I watched Logan. And I watched fucking the Wolverine.
Yeah, you got the same creative team from the Wolverine that gave you Logan.
Yep.
Only difference is you didn't fuck with them with Logan. You said, yo, just
do your thing.
What you want.
Just do your thing. And they fucked it. They tore that shit up.
Yeah, the studios tend to fuck everything up. Fuck a lot of shit up.
Like, if you're gonna hire the right people, just get out of their way. Like, that's my biggest fear for Batman. It's not Matt Reeves.
Yeah.
Right.
It's that the studio's gonna be like, no, but
why don't you do this?
We need some more jokes right here. And okay, can we get Robert Downey just to stop in, just like a cameo? No, motherfucker.
It's the MCU. Stop it.
No, but he's dead now. He can be the Joker. Like, wait, what? Like, yeah. So as long as the studio, if WB just keeps their hands off of that, I think Matt Reeves is going to deliver a fucking great movie. I think he will. All right, movie and TV news this week. Speaking of delivering a great movie, we're never going to get one.
I don't think that's true.
I think eventually it'll get.
It's going to come out.
It'd be like
it'll come out next year.
It'd be like the interview and shit.
Yeah.
Now, what is the interview? I don't remember.
That's the one with Seth Rogen and James Franco.
Oh,
the Sony whatever.
Oh, right. I never watched that.
It's not funny.
Yeah,
like I saw it and like it could have stayed not coming out. It's fine.
Oh, sad.
But again, I'm not a huge Seth Rogen comedy fan.
No. So. That's weird. Tyler Quelly is on.
Yeah, I'm looking right at it. Right.
It's like you were in RoboCop.
Like, you know nothing.
You were in RoboCop. What you doing here? So the movie The Hunt we talked about last week was
they pulled the trailers.
Yeah, they pulled all the trailers for it and in all the advertising.
Yeah, the advertising trailers. Shit.
I think the trailer's still on YouTube.
Yeah, you can watch it. You could watch the trailer on YouTube. It's fine.
But the advertising, they pulled everything. Yeah. Now this week they decided to cancel the movie.
Yeah, they just pulled the movie,
and it sucks because we had a screener for that, and they were like, "Nah."
It was next month, right?
It was like next week or whatever. Oh. It was a super early screener. So they pulled the movie because of the proximity to the El Paso and Dayton shootings. However, I say nay. I say that is not the reason they pulled it. They really pulled it because Donald Trump said something about it. So there's a whole story about Donald Trump's stupid ass getting involved, and he had only heard about the movie. I doubt he saw a trailer for it.
He doesn't know what a trailer is.
They talked about it on Fox, and so he was just like, my friends over at Fox, they don't like it, I don't like it. And because he doesn't think for himself because he's a fucking idiot. So basically he said, Hollywood is making this movie, and Hollywood is the racist, and it's racist against conservatives. By the way, I don't know if you know this. Conservative isn't a race.
Yo, dude,
it's not a race. It's not a race.
That's one pet peeve I have, and I've developed really in the past couple of years, is this mind-numbing redefinition of the word racist that comes from the far right. Not even far right, just comes from the fucking right and conservative ilk.
Yeah, you don't know what the word means.
You're not allowed to redefine.
There's
the fucking
a lot
word.
of words that they don't know what they.
Look, we'll talk about it later. People don't know what the word monopoly means.
Yo,
they don't.
I like that game.
It's a good game. Brad hates it right now. Brad is screaming.
Like, fuck you! Like,
the rules are bullshit. What about the card system? Shut up, Brad. Check out Tabletop for Two.
This movie is racist towards conservatives. Okay.
Racist towards conservatives.
Yeah, sure. He says later he posted on Twitter, because that's how the president communicates with the American public. Liberal Hollywood is racist at the highest level and with great anger and hate. And that movie coming out, it's made to inflame and cause chaos. Damn. They create their own violence and then they try to blame others.
How dare they try to outdo me?
Right. Like, that's my job.
Right.
Okay, so...
It's a government's job.
Like, yeah, you're in my way. So, okay, here's the thing. One, it's not racist against conservative, because I think we've all established that conservative is, in fact, not a race. It's an ideology of poor decisions, but whatever. So, the problem is, he didn't, and neither did the morons at Fox. Please, if you're listening, bring me on. I'd love to talk about it with you. You didn't even bother to do any research into what the movie is about. We discussed this last week. The movie is about some elite folks who kidnap regular, down-home, good Americans and then hunt them for sport. Now, they're like, that is so racist. And blah, blah, blah. But the problem is, the regular people, the regular Joes, are the heroes of the movie that rise up and kill the bad guys. Well, what are you arguing? Like, did you think that the movie was just like, it starts, they capture the people, and then they just shoot them, and that's the end of the movie? Nigga, it's not Brightburn. Like, the villains are not going to win.
But then again, now that I think about it...
But maybe they should.
But now that I think about it, on the flip side, when you look at the Purge series, you basically had the elite, which probably would have been most of the conservatives, running around hunting down all the, the ne'er-do-wells and the
Brown
Democrats,
folks.
and the liberal folks shooting them the fuck up. But that's okay.
Yeah, of course. Here's the thing. We talked about this last week. Conservatives are total snowflakes. Liberals aren't.
Yeah.
They're not. Yeah, there are liberal teenagers and college students who are like, oh, but did you use the proper pronouns or whatever? Sure, that's fine. Whatever. Complain about it or don't complain about it. I don't really give a shit. I think that's a reasonable thing to complain about. But yeah, there are people on the left who get upset about the dumbest shit on earth. Really dumb shit. But when it comes to shit like this, nah, y'all guys are... Conservatives conservatives are the biggest fucking bitches, dude. You can't handle a movie where you're ultimately the heroes because a couple of you get shot in the beginning?
They can't handle two people of the same sex getting married.
Oh, blasphemy.
How about this? We go deeper than that. They can't handle if a kid wants to wear different clothes.
Where's your cowboy boots?
Are pussies.
They are.
Again, I can say no, they're dicks because pussies can handle a lot more than a dick can.
They're self-lubricating.
Yeah.
Oh, they can fit any device. It's amazing. I've seen porn. It's incredible.
Pretty fascinating.
I don't know how you guys do it. But God bless you. But yeah, like they're such fucking clowns. They're such clowns.
They can't see beyond what's right in front of them. That's why they probably didn't watch the trailer of the movie.
Right.
They probably did watch the trailer, but they may not have watched the trailer. They just read the synopsis.
Right.
It was like, liberals are hunting us down. That's fucked up.
And then too with Fox News, which I think is very deliberate in how they handle a lot of their reporting and angling the stories.
Fox News knows exactly.
Yeah, they know exactly the people they're dealing with. Right. That they most likely have probably never even seen half the people that they hate. Brown people, black people, whatever, Mexican, and just give them the most basic generalized images and just fucking scares them. Yeah, it's all scare tactics.
And there's an argument. I know we're getting political. But there's an argument to be made that some people say, like, if all someone watches is Fox News, then that's all they're going to know. Like, I don't buy that. I don't accept that argument because you're not a child.
You have the right to go.
Like,
watch
you're not a child.
Else.
You can watch other shit. You can do your own research. Yeah. I mean, if you do, but a lot of times you want confirmation bias in your research. Right. But you're not a child. You know better.
Yeah, but think about it. People are lazy as shit.
That is true.
People are lazy, especially that crowd. They're lazy as fuck.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, I'll never align myself to say that the left always has the right all the time. Because, like Jay said, there's some motherfuckers within the left, like, calm the fuck down. Like, this ain't that fucking serious. But I think I made a post a while ago. If you look at your community, whether it be conservative or liberal, if you see a certain type of ilk within your community, you might be on the wrong side conservatives. If you got skinheads aligning with you and neo-Nazis and other crazy motherfuckers.
You'd think?
Yeah, if you got people that are willing to walk into Walmart and just shoot people up and shoot kids, you might be on the wrong side of history at that point.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm just so much for the tolerant left.
Yeah, left and right. Fuck that.
Like, okay, so this article does a really good job, right? Because they call out these big name conservatives for their hypocrisy, right? And this one, he's a priest or something like that. He's some conservative religious person, and he's like, we shouldn't be promoting, Pastor Robert Jeffries is like, we shouldn't be promoting this kind of violence. This political violence doesn't help anybody. And they're like, yeah, okay. So back when Kingsman came out, when that movie came out, in the end, remember how they blew up all the heads of all, they set up all those bombs and blew the heads off of all these politicians? Well, Barack Obama was one of them. As I remember, I was like, okay, like that's racy, right? Like, he's the current president. Like, that's fucked up. But I wasn't mad about it. I was like,
wow. Wouldn't flip out. Like, that's wild.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's wild. And this person who was interviewing it was like, but what about that? He's like, liberals, because he was like, if the roles were reversed, liberals would be flipping out. And he was like, but what about this? They didn't flip out at all. They didn't say anything about it. And he was like, well, if I had known about that, I would have been against it too. Nigga, no, you wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't have, yo. No, you would not have. And again, that is my argument for House of Cards. House of Cards could never be made about two Republicans. About a Republican couple? Are you fucking kidding me? Get out of here. If the House of Cards was made about Donald Trump and Melania Trump...
You want to know something? I don't think Republicans watch House of Cards. Because they don't find politics interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
I don't think they watched it.
I did.
I don't think so at all.
I enjoyed it.
I like they just watch Fox News and they get all of the information from Fox News. They don't actually pay attention. Like, most people, 95% of the country don't pay attention to politics. They don't. Right. You just love politics, so you watch that shit like a fucking hawk. Yeah. Most people don't know politics, or care. So they probably didn't even know that they were the Democrats in House of Cards.
But I can guarantee you, if they were Republicans,
they were attention.
But if they were Republicans,
someone on Fox News,
they would have been screaming about
it. They would have delivered that information to their fucking base, because that's what they do.
Yeah.
So they didn't know. They probably didn't know what the fuck House of Cards was. It was like, oh, that shit. I like to make houses out of cards.
Back in my day.
Yeah, that's all I could do. I ain't have video games. Like, shut up, nigga.
That's why I didn't kill anybody, because I never played Pong. Because that's how that works.
I've been playing games for 35 years. I've never killed anybody.
Yeah, but you would. Yeah, but you would. Wouldn't you?
Y'all don't know that.
Like, mind your business.
Like, I have never killed anybody that y'all can prove.
Like, wait, what?
Huh?
I can't hear you. What? Next story.
Right shit.
So, So this, I don't have an article for this, but I do think it's an interesting conversation to have. So as X-Men is coming up to be redone in Phase 5, or some version of the X-Men is likely to be done in Phase 5, there's a lot of talk that, like, can you really go back to the well of making Magneto, when you cast him again, can you go back to the well and make Magneto a survivor of the Holocaust? Because it is 2019, and by the time this movie comes out, it'd be like 2023.
60s?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would have been like 20 years after the Holocaust.
Right, so like...
he would,
He'd be old as shit.
Yeah, like, is Magneto...
Like 97 years old right now.
Like, are we gonna...
I know you're a mutant, but nigga, you old.
Yeah, and Magneto does not have slow aging powers, right?
Right, he can just...
Like, he's gonna be using his powers mostly to maintain his incontinence.
Shit.
God damn
But yeah, that's a...
He just has to wear a fucking metal butt plug, just keep it in. Just keep it in.
Fucking fixing it and shit.
Just keep it in dentures on.
Yeah, it's a conundrum.
Okay. So here's the thing.
What?
People were suggesting, one guy who is tied to the X-Men franchise, I think he was tied to the X-Men movie franchise. He was saying that he thinks that when they redo it, Giancarlo Esposito would be a good choice.
That would be a good choice.
I mean, he's a good choice
for anything.
Yeah, shit.
But they were basically saying, and I think it's an interesting conversation to be had, that instead of doing Magneto being a survivor of the Holocaust, you choose another genocide. And he said, why not have him be a survivor of the Hutu Tutsi civil war in the Rwandan genocide?
Yeah.
And like, some people were like, no, you can't change it. But I'm like, yo, how old is Magneto supposed to be? because if you don't change it, and they're like, well, just make his powers make him old. And I'm like, or slow aging.
No,
I'm like,
don't do that.
Oh, so canon doesn't matter to you. Okay. Like, it's funny how it doesn't matter when you want it to not matter, right? And that's okay. Like, I'm not, again, I'm okay with changing the canon. I just find it slightly hypocritical.
Right.
But, and also I found it to be a cop-out.
Yeah.
But then you also have to make Charles Xavier age slowly too.
Right.
Because they're around the same age, right? So, like, you can't, then everyone they're with is weirdly, like, okay, if Charles Xavier ages slowly, then he has, like, weirdly the same kind of power that Wolverine has. And then him dating, like, Moira McTaggart, like, she's mad young, and he's, like, mad old.
At that point.
It's a little weird. Like, it's already weird when Wolverine starts dating people who are, like, 100 years younger than him, right? But we all kind of let that slide, because that's a part of the core of his power base. But when you start to change all of those things for other characters, it starts to make things a little wonky.
I think with the Magneto thing, if they find some way around it, I'm fine with that. But if they chose to change it to kind of go in that vein with, like you said, a more recent type of Holocaust situation.
That in the early 90s?
Yeah.
Early
in the 90s.
Yeah, like, that would make sense. I can go for it.
That was 25 years ago.
It's going to be hard to try to figure out how to get around the original Magneto situation. You could say maybe
you're not going to cast a fucking actor who's 75 years old.
Fuck no, and you can maybe say
Zito was not exactly young.
I mean, he's 50 something.
You sure?
Or maybe he's closer to 60. Oh, maybe he's actually
like in his 60s.
I mean, you could maybe say Magneto is like the grandson of Holocaust survivors, which is okay, but at the same time,
it doesn't have that same
impact that he was in that shit.
Right.
He's 61.
Yeah.
He's 61 now.
So I think Carlos Esposito is a good choice, but I'm less worried about, like, him specifically, but I like the idea of them thinking outside of the box with a different genocide. And look, you could say, well, I mean, you could flip out and be like, I don't want his color to change, as if, like, to me, it doesn't, I don't give a fuck what color Magneto is. Just, look, use your magnet powers and kick ass. That's all I care about. I don't give a fuck what you look like. I just don't. But if you wanted to keep him white, you could do the Bosnian genocide, right? That was in the 90s too. And you could have the same thing. Like, somebody said, well, why don't you make it about, like, Sokovia or something like that? But, like,
That's too much. That's too much tied to Sokovia. You got
right.
That happened like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
that's right. Like the timing doesn't. The timing doesn't work.
Push that shit way into the future.
Right.
But then you're just like, all right, what the fuck is happening here?
And that just be stupid. You don't want to tie that many things to Sokovia. You have enough coming out of Sokovia right now.
Right, but you also have another villain who is tied. The birth of that villain is tied to Sokovia. Right. So like Zemo is tied to Sokovia. So that is all already there. And also somebody made a really good point. It might even have been you. I'm not sure.
I'm sure it was me.
It was a really good point, so maybe not. But somebody was saying that all of the characters who were tied to World War II are gone now, right? Cap is gone. Probably Red Skull is gone. Like, what's his name? Arnim Zola is gone. Like, that whole era of characters is gone.
Yeah.
Let World War II die. Like, at a certain point, you have to move on from that. That can't be the structure by which everyone is based on, right? So then base it on something else. And, like, the idea of, like, well, tie it to a fictional thing. Well, isn't that like, I wouldn't be offended, but doesn't that feel a little offensive to take a character who is based on as
something
a Holocaust,
very real,
to then just be like,
down, like,
I don't know, Sokovia, that's not real.
He's from Flint.
I feel like you need to make it something that feels really real world, so that people can really understand, like, wow, okay. Like, to me, the Bosnian genocide was really serious and fucked up, and it was. Like, I don't take anything away. I'm not playing Oppression Olympics here, but as far as in the normal American human psyche, the Rwandan genocide is a far heavier fucking thing, because we didn't do shit. We didn't do shit, and we let those people die. Right? Like, Clinton got really blamed for that, rightfully so, because he didn't go in, and he just let those people fucking die. Right. So the idea of doing something where you could even have a point of, like, the U.S. government didn't do anything, and that's why he hates the U.S. government. Yeah. Right? Like, you could tie, you don't have to say Bill Clinton or whatever, but, like, you could tie it a lot harder to shit in the U.S.
I mean, you'll lose a little bit of the sting that, again, he was actually in it, but it'll still have the impact of... I've seen.
I'm saying he is a survivor of the Rwandan genocide. He is. Like, you just don't make him a little kid just because of timing. Like, make him like a 20-year-old.
20s.
Okay, yeah.
And he can watch his whole family.
Like in his late 20s, early 30s.
Right, and just like have him, like, his whole family was slaughtered.
Okay.
Because it's like he's a surviving Tutsi, let's say, and then his entire family was fucking slaughtered, and he just saw the worst in humanity. The U.S. didn't do anything. Right. And he's just like this super angry guy. He gets to the U.S. and he's like, fuck the U.S. And fuck everybody.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how not only how they work the whole introduction of mutants, but also how they figure this whole Magneto thing out.
Yeah. I
think there's no way around it. You're going to have to do something different. You got to go away from World War II.
You have to. Like, dude,
World War II was 70 years.
Yeah, he's going to be old as shit.
Yeah. And, like, you can't cast such a major villain to be so old.
Like, you said 70 years ago?
Wasn't it?
World War II?
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming you're right. No.
Late 30s, early 40s.
No, I'm just saying, like, damn, even if the best case scenario you say Magneto was like
80 years ago. It was like mid to late 30s.
1939 to 1945?
Yeah, something like that.
And so even if you say Magneto was 5 years old, he'd still be old as shit by now.
Right, like,
you can't do it.
Like, he's a major villain. You're not gonna hide. Like, that's the one thing that sucked about the X-Men movies, and, like, those roles were played expertly well. But you hired Ian McKellen. He was already old as shit. Like, he can't be physical.
Yeah. He got the white hair.
Right, like,
because
like, it's a 75-year-old actor. Like,
I think Nap's doing today. Shit.
Yeah, like, hold on a second. Whew. Tired.
You can go lay down? No, I'm gonna do it right here. All right.
Cut. But yeah, you can't, if you're going to have him as this overarching villain in that universe, it doesn't make sense to hire somebody that old. I mean, I think ultimately it obviously worked out, but I'm sure that Marvel kind of regrets that Robert Downey Jr. was the age that he was when he started, right? Yeah. Like, if they could have got him like 7-8 years earlier,
just before that last cocaine binge,
right? Like, if they could have got him just a little bit earlier, I think he would have probably stayed around longer.
Yeah, because the rest of the cast is young.
Yeah.
Younger.
I mean, how old is Evans?
I mean, Mark Ruffalo. Evans is like a year younger than us.
Yeah, he can still. He's just tired of eating fucking boiled chicken and shit.
Really sick and tired of this goddamn workout regimen, yo.
And it's such a goddamn shame. It's such a goddamn shame.
And he can still come back. And he can still come back if he wants to.
Somebody like fucking Michael Fassbender, yo, he would have been fucking perfect for this fucking universe.
Yes.
Yeah, they didn't fuck him over in Fox Universe.
That's what sucks.
James McAvoy, like, yo, they would have rocked the funny shit thing is, MCU, given
good writing and putting them in the MCU, they would have been awesome.
What if they just brought him back?
Like everybody else, like
fuck the rest of the Fox shit.
You know what?
Like, I'm Magneto again. But like, we seen you in like 7 movies.
Shut up, nigga.
Shut up. Don't worry about it. Why you bringing up old shit?
Like, burn you guys, those copies. Like, that would be. It would actually be hilarious. They were just like, huh? What?
Now you know what?
Look, I would be fine with it.
Yeah, I would be totally like, you know what? Hey, look, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't give a fuck.
They brought fucking what's his name back? Is J. Jonah Jameson? Like,
oh yeah,
like you could do it. Now, I mean, it's a little different, but you could do it. Although I do have a couple of ideas for some other people to play. At least Professor X, I think there's some better options.
Who you got?
I like what's his name? Ray Fiennes.
I can go with that.
Yeah, he would be good because he seems like a prick. And Professor X is
he's a bit Ralph Fiennes. Are they
Ray Fiennes?
Ray and Ralph. Are they brothers?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the bald dude from the James Bond movies. Whichever one he is. Who played Voldemort?
They are the Fiennes brothers, but I think Ray
Whichever one
Ralph.
played Voldemort. That's the one I want. Ralph? Is it Ralph?
Yeah, it's just like it's spelled Ralph, but you want to pronounce it like
the Ray.
Yeah, so like some bullshit. They are the Fiennes brothers, though.
European nonsense.
No, it's the same person.
Okay.
Wait, what? But he has a brother. I forgot his brother's
Does
name.
He have a brother?
Yeah.
Is it like Carrie and Cory Booker?
God damn it.
Relatives. Martha.
Let's
Sophie,
not.
Joseph. That's it.
Joseph Fiennes. There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, Ray Fiennes is spelled like it's Ralph. It's spelled Ralph, ain't it?
It's Ralph.
Yeah. Like, I like Ray. Where did you get Ray from?
But it's like Ralph Ray. It's one syllable either way. Like,
you're not saving anything.
Yeah, really. Like,
so that he would be my choice. I like him. Or Lance Reddick. Fuck it.
Look,
he'd be good.
Yeah, he would.
Not familiar.
Lance Reddick from The Wire. Oh, you didn't see The Wire?
Shut up.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
Like, look, he needs to be in one of these movies.
He does.
Like, he just does.
Yeah, he should be.
His voice is perfect.
He'd be, his voice would be pretty good for Silver Surfer, actually.
He'd probably be good for Silver Surfer. Here, I got the bill.
Yeah, he's fucking shredded, dude. It's weird, dude. It's
you always
weird.
see him in suits. When he take his shirt off, I'm like, nigga, what the fuck?
There's a couple of moments. There's a couple of moments
in The Wire. I was like, what? Nigga, huh?
Yo, he's shredded for no reason. This shit makes no sense.
You know who could be Professor X? Jason Statham.
Shut up.
Yo, if the X-Men movies was made in the 1980s, that's exactly what they'd do. They'd have his ass doing flying kicks and shit.
Like, I'll tell you what, Cyclops. We're going to send you on this mission. You're going to come back. If you don't, I'm going to beat your ass. Like, damn.
Like, wait, what?
Like, why are you so mad? All right, next up.
Turkish.
I love that movie. This movie, speaking of Jason Statham, this article is hilarious. Fragile masculinity, why no one in the Fast and Furious franchise can lose a fight. So,
yo, that's some nonsense.
Did you read this?
I didn't read it, but
beat my ass, my movie. Fuck that shit.
So apparently, in the Fast movies, the guys are so concerned. So The Rock, Vin Diesel, Jason Statham, they're all so concerned about not looking like a bunch of punk bitches in the movie.
So fucking weird.
That Vin Diesel at one point had a mathematical equation to make sure that he didn't take too many punches or that he delivered enough punches to like balance it against somebody. The Rock made sure that at one point he had a fight with Vin Diesel in, I guess it was like Fast 7, where he had to make sure that there was a scene where Vin Diesel beats him and he's supposed to be like laying down at Vin Diesel's feet. The Rock went to like the director or the coordinator was like, I don't want to be laying down because that makes me look weak. I should be sitting. Like, I should be like leaned up against something but sitting up. So I don't look too weak. Jason Statham he has to make sure that he's not getting completely beaten up. Like they have a certain amount of hits. Like he will take 20 hits, but he has to dole out 20 hits. Right? So like they said, if you go back and watch the Fast and the Furious movies with any fights between the guys in the later films, like they all end in stalemates. And then the fights always get interrupted by some outside thing, like with Jason Statham and The Rock are fighting at one point, like they're slamming each other, like then a rocket comes and like blows up the building or some shit like that because
he flies up the building and lands on a car with a woman on top of him. Like, all right, yo, you're not fucking. Apparently, you are Superman. I don't neither. Have any of y'all seen the Hobbs and Shaw yet?
No. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I thought you went.
No, I couldn't make it. I have a child.
We'll talk after this.
Yeah. Shit. I will see movies in the theater when she's 18 years old.
Like
I just saw Devil's Advocate. Word?
You're like, God damn. No, I haven't even seen the new Quentin Tarantino movie. That's how little.
I still want to see that.
Yeah,
I kind of get it though. Like when your image, even though it's just the image,
but it's a movie, man. It's a movie.
You gotta understand, people are stupid.
That's true.
Look.
So if your image is the tough guy,
you know what? You're right, because people said that Mahershala Ali could not be Blade because, quote, he got beat up in Green Book. People are dumb.
People are stupid. So I kind of get like, look, this is my image. This is my brand. I am that dude. I'll take 20 hits.
I'll take a punch.
But I gotta get 25. I gotta get 25. I gotta fucking win. So
that's amazing to me.
I kind of get it though.
That's amazing to me.
Yeah, I still stand by the fact that all three of them had the same power level in that fucking movie. That shit was so goddamn stupid. Yo.
He's supposed to be like
a cybernetic. All right, whatever.
Wait, you saw Hobbs and Shaw, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, all right, yeah.
I just think it was like genetically enhanced. And they're still throwing the same power punches. It's like, shut up, this movie.
Shout out though, Idris did his thing and shit as a villain. I'm okay, bro. I don't mind you didn't call me to be a stunt double this time, but. Yeah, that fucking motorbike though.
That shit was so dope.
Oh man,
that was the best part of the movie for me.
It was a good ride, but anyway.
This is corny. Like it just is.
I don't know, man. Like, remember when just like tough guys in the 80s? They were just tough guys.
Yeah, I mean,
like if they made a Predator movie with these guys now. None of them would die.
Yeah, none of them would die, and they would beat the shit out of the Predator at the end.
Right. just hand-to-hand
combat. It's like, I know you're an alien, and you're like 3 feet taller than me, and you probably have way more power, but I'm still going to beat you. I'm not going to blow you up. I'm going to beat you to death.
No, you know what? Ultimately, no, it would be Dominic Toretto to beat the Predator.
Yeah, he would stomp
in a wife beater in a chain with a half drunk, with a half drunk bottle of Corona.
Earthquake in the fucking Brazilian jungle.
I'm just amazed.
Nigga, stop.
Go sit down somewhere. I am amazed at how pathetic this is.
That's really sad. Yeah,
like it's a movie, yo. It's a movie. It's a movie.
We all know you're gonna win in the end.
Right? Who cares if you lose right now?
That makes it better if you get your ass kicked to begin with.
Yeah.
Nope. But no, you got to come to a stalemate.
Okay. All the time.
Whatever, yo.
Whatever. Yeah, this is the very definition of fragile masculinity.
That's pathetic.
Yeah. Amazing. This is actually kind of an interesting story. Jason Momoa will not shoot Aquaman 2 because he is trying to stop a desecration of his native land.
Oh, so this ties into... Wasn't The Rock out there too?
Yep, they're both there. And Ezra Miller came out and joined them. Which I thought was kind of dope. Because, like, that dude ain't Samoan. He's white as shit.
Did he run over there?
Slowly.
Yeah.
Clack, 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 clack. Run. Yeah, whatever the fuck
was. Slip and slide and shit.
Horrible. The 30-meter telescope, referred to Momoa as the TMT, is being built on a... dormant volcano, and the indigenous people of Hawaii consider that mountain to be sacred land. While the protests have stayed peaceful, those in attendance have blocked access to the roads, gumming up the process, and may have been arrested. I saw a picture of Jason Momoa being arrested. Like, even the cops were like, "Go with Aquaman!"
It was It was like a photo op. It wasn't actually real.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yo, these cops don't give a fuck. Like, if I was one of those cops, I'd be like, yo, I enjoyed Aquaman. It wasn't great, but I enjoyed it. It's fine.
Like, it was way too much going on in that movie, but it was fun.
Yeah, you had a good time. Liked you in the suit. Looked dope. Here's the thing. It's being built. So, you lost.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it sucks that, obviously this is an important thing to them, but they're building it, dog. Like, they're not going to stop building it and knock it down. Like, once they start building it, that's it. But it's a valiant effort.
I remember we actually had a thread on it in the group.
Yeah.
What is it? What's the group?
The nerdpocalypse.com/fans.
Some of us were a little more heartless than others.
Yeah, I thought so.
As far as some of the arguments, I'm like, okay. And you mean, you kind of guess who was, what? Never mind. I'm not even going to get into it.
Yeah, white people. Yeah, I mean, look.
I didn't say it.
I'll discuss it. I mean, here's the thing. People were like, well, it just doesn't matter, and just science over everything. But here's the thing.
God damn.
That's pretty much what the argument was.
Right, but like, and look, I am a person. I am not a person who believes in religion or whatever. But I am a person who believes in science. But I also think that if this was sacred land to Mormons or a predominantly white religion, they wouldn't have done it.
Right.
They wouldn't have done it. And the fact that these people are Samoan, they're just like, brown, get the fuck out of here. And nobody cares. And look, some people made the point that there's other telescopes in this area and stuff like that. And I don't know that. I'll take you at your word that that's true. But obviously they felt their way about this one.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't think it's, again, it's already being built. There's nothing that you can really do about it at this point. But I'm not going to tell people, like, who gives a fuck? I'm not going to say that. Yeah. That's I don't think that's fair. They obviously feel very strongly about it. And look, nobody gives a fuck about Samoans, yo. Like, they don't care about them. So they're voicing their opinion, and you got two of the biggest fucking superstars in the world.
Literally,
yeah. Like,
eat your ass.
But, like, you have two of the biggest stars in the world, and they really give a fuck about it. Yeah. And I think, look, as much shit as we give The Rock on this show, I was actually pretty proud to see that he took a stand on that, because it's a political stance. Yeah. And he never takes a hard political stance.
As fuck.
What's that?
He's apolitical as fuck.
Right.
I think he's conservative, isn't
he? He is.
Yeah.
It's just basic fucking human respect, yo. That shit is just
to me, that's what it means. That's what it is to me.
Just like, basic fucking human respect. Oh, that's take with you guys? All right, cool. We kind of fucked up.
They're like, well, this is the very best
perfect place to put it. Like, really?
There's no other place?
You can't figure something else out that doesn't have a lot of people that actually give a fuck about the place?
Yeah,
y'all just don't give a fuck. That's all.
Man, fuck y'all.
Yeah. So again, I hope that whatever this telescope does is really fucking important.
It better do some shit.
Yeah.
Better fucking raise Paley or some shit. Man.
See, and this is why you need real superheroes, because Aquaman would be able to destroy this with the use of his fancy trident.
Well, the Deep would have came through.
Here's like, yo, can you suck my dick? Like, no, the Deep, get out of here.
You want to build here? You gotta suck it.
That guy's such a dickhead. That's why he got his gills fingered.
That shit was so gross.
That was disgusting. It was really disgusting.
I almost felt bad for him.
First second I did.
I literally was like, I got to turn the sound off. This is gross. This is fucking nasty.
That macaroni, baby.
Next up, CBS Viacom to reunite in a merger that creates roughly a $30 billion company. Okay. So CBS and Viacom broke up. They split about a decade ago, and on Tuesday they recombined and creating a single entity about a $30 billion
that's
market
what
value.
I found is weird, because I'm like, I thought they were not together.
Yeah, they weren't.
I thought they used to be, and then they weren't. So that's why I was right.
Yeah, they broke up,
and then they got back together to create a mega company.
Yeah, and basically they did it because they're trying to compete with streaming
and Disney.
Yeah, well, any of the streaming services, Netflix, Disney, Amazon, all of those, right? I mean, they literally straight up say that. Here's my thing. Where is your outrage? Where is it? Where is it? All you motherfuckers who gave shit. Oh, Disney and Fox. Oh, I'm so distraught. I'm so distraught. Oh my God, are we going to survive? I'm so distraught. They're destroying the world. Oh, I haven't heard jack shit out of anybody about this. No one's saying anything. You don't really care. And here's the thing. It's okay to not give a fuck about things. Stop faking like you care about things. That's my only thing. I'm not saying the Fox Disney thing is fine. I'm not saying the CBS Viacom thing is fine. I'm just saying keep the same fucking energy across two of the same thing. They don't give a shit about it.
Too much work.
Somebody online put a battery in your back and you ran out there like a little robot and repeat the same fucking lines. Oh, what about the 1,000 people who are going to lose their job? Remember that? Oh, what about those 1,000 people? You know how much you care about that? You know how much you care about that? It wasn't 1,000 people. It was 4,000 people. I just changed the number and nobody fucking said anything. You didn't care about it. You didn't give a fuck. You didn't give a fuck. Dude, I read an article today. I think it was this one or another one. They were talking about the Fox merger and it's in a later story that we're going to talk about. And they were just like, yeah, like, I get that people were mad about the layoffs, but he was like, Fox was drowning so bad that they would have ended up laying people off anyway because they were failing that bad. So what's the difference?
It would have been way more fucking layoffs.
They were like, they would have failed and they would have had a for sale sign out front anyway. So they sold it because they knew they were failing. But more on that later. Here's my thing. Again, I am not defending Disney. I don't give a fuck about Disney so much that I've never seen any of the live action remakes of any of their fucking cartoons. I've never seen any of them. None of them. I've never seen any of them. And I have access to seeing all of them for free. I've never seen any of them. I don't care. I like the MCU. That is the one thing I give a fuck about in Disney, right? I am not defending Disney at all. Disney has good parts and bad parts. But people's bullshit hard-ons for Disney from the 1980s and 1990s, Disney fucked this up. And you guys are still holding these fucking torches for this shit even now. You don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck. There's all this big argument about like the Disney shit, like, and we'll talk about it because there's another story about it. Like, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. You don't really care. You don't. All the internet sites I see talking about Disney ad nauseum about how bad that deal was, and like people that I respect saying that Comcast should have won that fucking deal. Comcast owns NBC and Universal, but somehow
y'all really wanted Comcast to win that motherfucking deal? You're bugging, yo.
Your hard on for Disney makes no sense.
And Comcast are the two worst companies in the country.
People cannot see further than what's in front of them. No. And Disney is the big boogie monster.
Yeah, Disney is the big name. Like CBS and Viacom being a $30 billion company is a big fucking deal. Right. But CBS and Viacom is not sexy.
Right. That's all it is.
Yeah. Disney's sexy as hell. Yeah. Because they've made $7 billion in a year. Right. 5 movies cracked $1 billion.
If Disney didn't have the MCU and they bought Fox and they were just doing their normal thing, they wouldn't have said shit.
And we gotta stop fucking Magneto. All right, but what about fucking Green Goblin and Dr. Doom back here and shit? They fucking running wild.
Right. So and to me, CBS is one of the big 3 channels, right? ABC, NBC, CBS, right? They're one of the original big 3 channels.
And that's the thing. CBS is not like the movie. They're not movie guys. They're not like theater guys.
Right. They have CBS films, but
no CBS one gives a fuck about CBS. They put out like the Fault in Our Stars and shit like that, which are good movies, but they're not big.
You know what else is a CBS film that you and I saw? American Assassin. Remember that one?
Yeah, that movie was terrible. That movie was not good.
It's like just climbed up a building.
Yeah, no, stop it.
Right.
Yeah, but that's the other thing. Like their television,
and that consolidation matters much more,
especially for streaming.
Yeah. Yes, it matters much more. But, again, I'll talk about it. People don't know what the word monopoly means. They just say the shit now. Monopoly means big company. That's all it means. It doesn't mean anything.
But like Terrence said, they're not sexy.
They're not sexy, yo.
Disney's sexy. Disney is sexy, baby.
CBS has got Star Trek. Whatever. They don't give a fuck. And look, the thing is, I don't actually give a fuck either. And I'm not pretending like I do. I just want people to stop being hypocritical pieces of shit and try to act like one thing is way worse than the other. Way worse. It doesn't make any sense. On the scale of things like one is worse than the other, the CBS Viacom one is worse. Is it way worse? No, it's not way worse, but it's definitely worse because it is television. And it is the main 3 stations. Like, again, NBC is owned by Universal now. ABC, I don't know if ABC is still independent. I thought
NBC was Comcast.
No, Comcast owns NBC and Universal.
Oh, goddamn.
Okay. Yes, but they should have gotten Fox too. What the fuck are you talking? 3 fuck. All right, yo. All right. That made me so mad when I heard John Campea say that. He's like, that's why I wanted Comcast. I was like, yo, what are you talking about? You must live in California where Comcast doesn't have your fucking internet connection by the balls.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? They're one of the worst companies, dude. These are the same motherfuckers who throttled all the Netflix traffic across the entire United States until they got a fucking financial ransom. Do you know that? They literally
both companies that did that. I thought it was Verizon and Comcast.
They did, but Comcast throttled it even further than Verizon did. Yes, because there are charts that they show the average speed, Netflix speed on Comcast, and it was like low. The second that Comcast and Netflix came to a deal where Netflix had to pay them a certain premium for their traffic, boom, they uncapped it and let all the traffic go. Literally overnight.
Yeah, because all it takes is a button. Like I used to work for Comcast. It takes a button. It just you press a button or you put in like whatever, and it'll unthrottle your fucking internet. It's not a big thing. You just press a button. It's literally a button.
Strong loving motherfuckers and shit.
All they did at the router, Netflix, fuck you, send. No, not good.
Yeah, it's crazy how they can do that shit. Like,
and yes, I do know how to program routers. Relax. I know that's not the program.
It's like, what's your speed? That's how it goes. It's like 20 up, 20 down. Let me just press this button, give you 300 up and 300 down. You just got to pay $1,000 more, but it's fine.
Yeah, pay the ransom.
It's really fucked up, man.
Yeah, pay the ransom.
The cable infrastructure, like the internet infrastructure in this country is fucked up. We have it, but they just...
Yeah. If only there was one candidate who is for... allowing people to have local ISPs instead of...
What the fuck city is that? Because there was a
lot of cities.
They have their own, and it's like really good.
Yeah, there's a number of municipalities that have
it. They have their own internet. Like it's great.
And a lot of states block it. Yeah, because what happens in the states, they pay the state. Like, okay, so if Comcast comes to Maryland, they generally don't lay the lines for the connection.
Right.
They come to Maryland or Baltimore City, and the city lays the lines, right? Because they have access to those. They lay all the fiber optics or whatever.
Right.
They generally lay all the lines. Then Comcast uses those lines, right?
Yeah.
For free.
Before it was Comcast, because I remember my father bought At Home. Remember At Home?
I had At Home, yep.
At Home was like late 90s. And that thing was it was pretty quick. At Home was really fast, but Comcast bought them. But the lines were there already from At Home.
That's right.
And Comcast just used they use all the old lines. Verizon, on the other hand,
they had to lay new ones.
Actually has to lay their own lines because it's all fiber optic.
Right, which is why you can only get Fios in this area, in the county, and not in the city, because the city has not allowed them to do that.
Yeah.
Yep. So they
you either
piggyback
get
off
Dish or you get Comcast in the city.
Right.
It's one or the other.
And guess what? The Dish is trash.
Dish is terrible.
Goddamn Dish.
Yeah.
Because it's
Dish
DSL.
is fucking terrible.
Yeah. So, fuck Comcast. When I heard him say that, I was like, yo, you are way too smart and knowledgeable to say something that stupid. So you're going to give this company 3 big companies. You're gonna have them run 3 big companies. And what the fuck does Comcast know about running a movie studio?
Yeah, see.
What has Universal been doing?
And that was my pushback. I probably
the fast movies.
That's it.
Yeah.
Again.
Calm it down.
Yo, I swear to God, nobody pays attention to the movies that come out anymore. Nobody pays attention. Oh, Disney's only doing these movies and they're not in any variety. What the fuck are the other studios doing? They're not doing shit. They're not doing shit.
Yeah, he's been beating that drum for over 8.
It's bullshit.
2 years. Yeah, I don't get it. He's worried that everything was getting homogenized and Disneyfied because Fox was offering this different take on the superhero movies, and if they went with Comcast keep them up and running. Like,
hold. What different take? What different take?
They were grounded and more real. I don't know. Shit.
The Fox X-Men movies were a different take? Bitch, they're Marvel properties. What are you talking about? They're shitty versions of the MCU. They're all they are is running to try to do what Marvel does.
Pretty much.
That's it. You know how I know that? Because Deadpool was successful, and they just ate the fucking style of the MCU. What are you talking about? They were trying desperately to get that money.
That's my other thing, though. It
doesn't make any sense.
It's not like Disney/Marvel was taking stuff that don't belong to them. That's my shit.
Right.
Like they belong to us, motherfucker. We owe y'all a goddamn thing.
Right. All right, so let me move into this conversation because this is very much a part of it. So Fox feels the pressure from Disney as films flop out. As we talked about last week, the Fox movies that have been released so far this year lost Disney $170 million in a quarter. That is Stuber and Dark Phoenix and what's the other movie? The Art of Racing in the Rain. Disney basically Bob Iger came out and was like, yeah, we lost $170 million this quarter because the Fox movies are fucking trash.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much what he said, right? And the Fox people were like, oh, you said what was true. Oh, no. I bet you know these movies were garbage when you gave them to us. We knew they were garbage too. Like Bob Iger, look, here's the thing. Bob Iger knew they were trash. He already knew. Yeah. They already knew.
You know what the fuck he was getting into.
But they're using it as an excuse, like I talked about last week, to consolidate things. But people are like, oh, they might get rid of the Fox brand. They bought Fox. What did you think was going to happen? Are you 6? Did you think they were going to keep the Fox? Well, we thought they were going to keep the Fox name so that they could release R-rated movies. They can do whatever they want. Who gives a shit?
And it's not incumbent on Disney to keep the Fox name. If Fox want to keep the fucking name, they should
don't sell.
Don't sell shit. Once you sell, all bets are off. They don't fucking owe nobody shit.
So there's all this complaining and like hand wringing.
The fuck is the Art of Racing in the Rain? I don't know what the hell that is.
Yeah, nobody did, Terrence. Nobody.
I know what Stuber and Dark Phoenix is.
That's it. So let me go through the 20th Century Fox movies that are released in 2019.
I see a dog in a race car. What the fuck is this?
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's literally, it's a comedy. Okay. So let me go through the movies that are being released in 2019 or have been released in 2019 from 20th Century Fox. And you tell me what this slate, like, what they working with, right? Because Disney is fucking everything up, homogenizing everything. Everything stinks now, right? All right, let's talk about it. This is just what Fox did. X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Terrible.
Ad Astra with Brad Pitt. That actually looks very good.
That's not out yet.
That looks good, right? It hasn't come out yet. Spies in Disguise.
I don't know what that is.
I believe it's with Will Smith and Tom Holland. Movie? Yeah. Okay. With Will Smith and Tom Holland. I'm sure it'll be fine.
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Alita Battle Angel, which apparently did okay.
I actually like that movie.
Yeah, apparently, I mean, it did okay in the box office. Not terrible, but like pretty good. Art of the Racing in the Rain did terrible.
Never heard of it.
Breakthrough. Apparently that did well.
I heard of that, but what did it make? $50 million on a $14 million budget?
Yeah,
I saw that.
Okay, Stuber did terrible. Ford versus Ferrari looks great.
That looks really good.
Tolkien.
I don't care.
Yep, me either. Ready or Not, that looks fun. It's a horror movie.
Which one is it? Oh yeah, I want to see that.
I have a screener.
I want to see that. Yeah.
When does that come out? Okay. It's coming up soon. So if you guys want, because I'm not allowed to leave the house. The Kid Who Would Be King. That's not going to do well.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a King Arthur
movie
with kids. Yeah. Terminator Dark Fate might do okay.
I hope it does well. I hope it's good.
Right.
The Aftermath.
I don't know what that is.
Jojo Rabbit. That's a Fox Searchlight movie. That's a Taika Waititi satire movie.
Jojo. Oh, is that the
Hitler
movie?
Okay.
Yeah. And Where'd You Go, Bernadette?
I think I've seen a trailer for that one.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, middle-aged suburban mom living her best life goes missing.
So what's the big movie, guys? What's the blockbuster?
Stuber. I don't fucking know.
I mean, honestly, Ford versus Ferrari.
That's not going to be a blockbuster.
Yeah. It's not,
I think it's going to be good.
It's going to be an Oscar list. Ad Astra is probably more Oscar list. Terminator Dark Fate. That's really it.
That's probably it.
That's it. Terminator Dark Fate is the best. And everyone's like, I don't know about that movie. But Fox somehow is getting ruined by Disney. They're getting ruined. Really? Here's an idea. Stop using conjecture and just look the shit up. Just look it up. It's not true. This is a bunch of garbage. It's a bunch of garbage. Oh, the kid will be king. Oh, that's going to knock it out of the park, guys.
You want to see Stuber 2?
I actually kind of wanted to see Stuber, but apparently it's not very good.
That's the one with Batista.
Batista,
right?
yeah.
And Nanjiani. So, like, they don't have anything. They have continually had bad movies for years. Yeah, people made the point of like, but what about Alien and Predator?
Those shit sucked.
Those movies have sucked for years. They have sucked for years.
For the better part of a decade.
Yeah, Alien vs.
have been
Predator
trash.
movies are not good.
That last one, I was just
like
Prometheus isn't
Alien
great.
movie that I actually
Alien Covenant
like
isn't
Alien
good.
3.
Hey, whoa! I did kind of like Alien Covenant. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it.
I did not.
I even didn't mind.
I like
Alien.
Prometheus more than I like Alien Covenant.
I like Prometheus better.
Yeah, I like
didn't
Prometheus
mind Covenant.
more.
I did like Prometheus. But overall, those movies have not been good. And the last Predator, it was just like, yo, what the fuck?
I found it to be hilarious, but it wasn't good.
Fuck. It's like, you would have thought it would have been so much better, especially with Shane Black, who was in the original.
Yeah,
come on to the wreck, kiss, bang, bang. Like he's got a pretty good track record. And,
right.
Like, what the fuck is this? This overproduced, slick.
Yeah, it was way too overproduced. And they also gave away the whole idea of the two Predators.
Yeah,
that was stupid. But they don't have anything. They don't have anything. And like this idea, like people keep calling Disney a monopoly. I'm going to need people to pull their heads out of their collective asses and read a dictionary. It's not a monopoly. It's not a monopoly. A monopoly doesn't mean you're really popular. That's not what that means. It means they have control over all the movies that you see. They don't.
They really don't.
They don't. Like, I'm sorry.
They have the most popular movie. Like you said,
right.
They have the most popular movies out now.
Yeah,
Five of which have made $1 billion.
Right. They're doing what a business is supposed to do. Produce
make money.
Shit people want.
But that's the
and they're
thing.
doing a very good job at it.
But that's the biggest argument is they're just making movies that people want to see.
Right. Like
if
a movie
entertain
makes
us.
$1 billion, it's because people like it.
Right.
I don't understand how the Terminator movies made $1 billion, but that's neither here nor there. But
what Terminator movies?
I mean, not Terminator, the Transformers movies.
Oh, yeah,
I don't understand how those made $1 billion.
But people like them.
But they like them.
Right, so how can you, I don't understand how what are you mad at Disney for?
Yeah, how do you blame them for making movies people like to see? Yeah. Like, legitimately like to see.
And on top of that, it's not like they're, busting in motherfuckers' doors and shit. Yo, give me a fucking company. People like, look, we out of money. She ain't doing well on this side. You want to buy?
Right. Look,
all right, cool. Fuck, give me it.
That's the thing is, people don't know that. Fox came to Disney.
Yeah, it's not a fucking
It's not a corporate takeover.
Yeah,
they just walk. Give me Stuber.
Fucking raid and pillage. Yeah, bring this shit.
It's like, we don't want your garbage, nigga. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, no, we don't want X-Men. Like, we'll take it and redo it to make it better.
Right, but they're not worried about that.
Like, no, nigga, we have our own shit. We've done it way better than anyone else has ever. We're fine.
Right. So, okay, let's look at Universal Pictures, 2019.
What we got?
Hobbs and Shaw.
Okay.
Us.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Queen and Slim. Don't know what that is.
Oh, I know what that is. That's the one with the
the Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah,
that does look good. Okay, 1917. That looks good.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That trailer just came out. That looks very good. Cats. No, thank you.
That looks really weird.
I refuse to watch a trailer. I refuse. I refuse.
It looks fucking weird.
I saw images.
Just the animation just looks.
I saw the images and I was like, end of this. No thanks. Last Christmas. Good Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Abominable.
Oh, what?
That's a comedy and animated, I guess, about the Abominable Snowman.
I thought that came out already.
No, maybe it did. This is just movies in 2019, so it could have come out.
Okay.
Glass, that was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That wasn't terrible. It wasn't great either.
I disagree. Black Christmas. How to Train Your Dragon
3.
That's been a pretty good
That's a popular franchise. Yeah. Little.
No, I didn't like it. I didn't like Little. I did not like it. Like, I lasted 30 minutes. Like, she was such a bitch. Like, I can only take so much, and if it's not funny and you're a bitch, like, no, that movie's not good.
The Secret Life of Pets 2. Okay, that did very well. A Dog's Journey. That looks like a movie where a dog dies. No fucking thank you. Nope.
Did Sarah McLachlan music kick in?
Yep. Yesterday, that actually was supposedly pretty good. Happy Death Day
Oh, that's
to
that
You.
shit with the Beatles. Yeah.
Happy Death Day to You.
The first one did pretty good, surprisingly.
First one,
Ma?
nah.
Yeah, you saw that, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
I mean, they were better slate than Fox.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, shit.
But it's not a lot.
Yeah.
It's not a lot. I'm just saying, it's just not a lot. Yeah, I mean, Sony's upcoming releases. I'm just gonna name the ones you even heard of.
What the fuck is Sony coming out with?
Zombieland 2 Double Tap.
That came out already, right?
Wait, who's this again?
No, that's October.
Oh,
this is Sony.
Sony, okay, good.
Charlie's Angels. The new Jumanji movie.
Okay.
That's it.
God damn.
Of the movies left in 2019, that's it for them. They have Aquarella, Overcomer, Where's My Roy Cohn, Pain and Glory, Zombieland 2, Black and Blue, Frankie, Charlie's Angels, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Jumanji The Next Level, and Little Women. That's it. Again,
Sony?
That's Sony. That slate's not good.
Good thing they got fucking PlayStation.
That is what's keeping them afloat.
Division, yeah.
That's what's keeping them afloat in the U.S. It absolutely is.
Yeah.
So again, please explain to me.
Sony Ericssons.
But please explain to me which movie studio is somehow getting a raw deal. They're getting a raw deal by Disney. Where's WB? What they got going on?
And the folks saying that, like, what movies are they watching where they're saying, like, Disney's ruining the movie going experience? Like, what movies are they actually going to see?
People just like saying shit, man.
That Disney's just fucking people over.
Yeah.
People like saying some fucking false equivalencies and fucking non-qualifiers.
Because the movies are gonna come out.
Like, what you want them to do? Make bad movies?
Like, there's still gonna be indie movies that you're not gonna watch because you only go see fucking action movies anyway.
Right, that's my argument. Like, y'all don't see anything.
Like, those movies are still gonna come out and they're still gonna be good, whether it's Disney or not.
Right. Because every year, Oscar time, I ain't never heard of that.
I don't know what the fuck that even is.
Yeah.
Like, there was like 4 or 5 of them movies. I was like, I don't know what the fuck that even is.
Right. Like, this idea that it's a monopoly.
And I try to watch, like Micah does, I try to watch like the Oscar-nominated movies because I want to see what the fuck the fuss is about. And I saw the majority of them. There was one that I didn't see, though.
I saw The Favorites on Hulu. I want to watch that.
Yeah, that's the one I didn't see. I didn't see
it's
The
on
Favorite.
Hulu. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Warner Brothers. Shazam. Godzilla King of the Monsters.
I tried to watch that. Couldn't get through it. Like King of the Monsters. Yeah. It was a lot going on. And I was like, it wasn't bad. It was just like, I'm just disinterested.
Dr. Sleep is coming up.
I want to see that. That's the one with the Shining sequel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see that. Definitely want to see that.
Blinded by the Light, that's a musical based on the music of Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, yeah, I've seen a trailer for that.
I'm
it's
good.
kind of the same vein like Yesterday, one of those feel good and inspiration.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. I'm not going to see that. Isn't It Romantic, which apparently is a romance movie with Rebel Wilson. Okay.
I'm good.
I don't like her.
Like I don't like comedy where I'm just gonna fall on my ass for fucking 30.
Hey guys, did you guys know I'm fat and clumsy?
Yeah, that's the same thing Elizabeth, what's her name? Not Elizabeth.
Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy did until she started doing like drama.
Your penis is on my forehead.
The Goldfinch. Don't know what that is. The Kitchen. That got released, and apparently that was fucking terrible.
Damn, that
was the one.
Sucks.
I know. I wanted that to be good.
Oh, it looked like it was going to be good.
It got like a 14% on Rotten Tomatoes or some shit like that. It was horrible. Detective Pokemon. That did really well.
Detective Pokemon. It was fine.
Excuse me, Detective Pikachu. But yeah, like that got really high praise, right?
Yeah,
People really enjoyed it.
It was fun.
Motherless Brooklyn. I don't think that's out yet. Shaft. No, it was fine. The Curse of La Lorna.
I heard that wasn't. I've heard mixed things. I've heard it was really scary, and I've heard it was terrible.
The Good Liar. The Sun is Also a Star.
That's another one of those YA novels.
Yes.
Yeah.
The cover looks like a YA novel.
Yeah.
Super Intelligence.
Like The Fault in Our Stars. I think it's the same person that wrote that. Actually.
The Sun is Also a Star. A Fault in Our Stars.
Yeah, whatever. I might be making up that shit, but it seems right. Whatever. Fuck it. I don't care.
The Billion Brick Race. which is another Lego movie, and Nancy Drew in the Hidden Staircase. Again, so we're talking like the major movies here. Probably that Lego movie, Detective Pikachu, Godzilla, Shazam. That's it.
And who was that? Warner Brothers?
That's Warner Brothers. That's their biggest competition. I don't think it's so much that Disney is dominating as everyone else has just abdicated giving a fuck.
Pretty much.
They've just abdicated giving a fuck. Yo, what are you putting out? What is this bullshit? Yo, what happened to the summer blockbusters, man? Where are they?
Disney has them.
But I think people are mad. I'm like, what you mad about?
Why are you mad? Because it's just one company. It ain't their fault.
But also what I think it is too, I think a lot of those studios do want to have the big blockbusters like Disney, but they don't want to fucking do the work. They want to get the most profit by getting there to the shortest distance.
Yep.
Yo, Disney put in 10 years.
We want a franchise
to get to where they are now.
We want a franchise.
Here's an idea. If you
build that shit,
like if you want to have the big blockbusters, you have the DCEU. Build it.
That's the thing that drives me crazy.
Build it.
You have the most popular comic book characters.
Yep.
The three biggest, dude,
in the world.
That everyone knows.
And you wanted to rush the shit, and you only did that because you saw what Marvel did with C-list characters.
Right.
And Captain America.
And the bad part about it, you could have did it. You could have did it before Marvel. Did that shit years ago. You was gun shy. You was playing pussy. You was scared.
You could have did it like maybe you could have started a year at like when you saw Iron Man was like, oh, people like Iron Man.
Yo, Superman, get this done. Like, get this done. Get it done.
Like you have Superman.
You could have been did this shit.
He's the big blue. He's the guy.
Start with him. Everyone loves Superman.
And y'all bullshitted. Saw Marvel jump up. Oh, well, all right, let's get.
Yo, they saw Marvel do it, and they waited like 7 years to start their own.
Here's the thing. Why'd you even do that? You got Batman. Batman is a surefire hit every time. Somehow you fucked that up.
I mean, well, they had Batman. They had the trilogy. I hate that third movie, yeah.
I don't hate it, but it's not great.
What, Dark Knight Rises?
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's not great.
I can't stand that fucking movie. Yo, like that movie made me mad when I saw it.
I like Bane. Bane was great.
All right, whatever.
He was great.
Yeah, but they waited too because when did Superman come out? In 2013.
Something like that, yeah.
2013. Yeah. So that's what, 5 years?
Yeah. That they just waited.
Yeah.
Why?
Like Iron Man did really well, and then they just started.
I would have greenlit.
And then you waited 5 years to bring Superman out.
I would have greenlit Superman the next month. Get it off the ground. These nerds like this shit. No, honestly, the second.
But they would have had to reboot Spider-Man like 2 years. I mean, not Spider-Man, Superman like 3 years after that.
The Brandon Routh
one. That came out what, 2006, 2007?
Yeah, more or less.
Something like that.
I would have done it anyway.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
No. Or just start with a different character. Why don't you start with Wonder Woman then?
When Superman Returns come out?
Start with Wonder Woman. Like, start with her.
2006 came out.
She's got her movie. Then you got 2 years to another movie.
Right.
Start with Wonder Woman. Then do Aquaman.
Yeah, because Batman
and then build to the other, build Batman and Superman.
Because they couldn't do the Nolan universe because Batman was still being made. That came out in 2008.
And Nolan didn't want to be attached to it. He wanted his universe totally separate.
Right.
So
I would have built the other characters and then just waited and did Batman last.
Yep.
They're like, surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, because they started with Iron Man. Again, they started with Iron Man. They could have started, like you said, they could have started with Wonder Woman or the Flash or whoever. They got a whole bunch of motherfuckers they could have started with.
That people already knew.
Back up to like the big three. And then you would have had your Avengers movie. I mean, you would have had your fucking Justice League movie. Like, whatever.
And truth be told, the Marvel model for the most part did work almost pretty much perfectly. DC didn't even necessarily still had to go that route. You could have probably just came out off the clip with a Justice League movie.
You could have.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the motherfuckers. Yeah. Even though at the time we didn't respect Aquaman, everybody knows everybody on that team. You could have came out the gate with a Justice League movie and just went backwards and did the solo joints. But nope, he's still fucking around, being hurt.
They waited way too long. They waited way too fucking long.
But again, it's all Disney's fault because they put in the work and spent the money. Oh, but they're just buying up everything. You mean they bought up Pixar? Oh, right, they already own that. Like,
oh wait, as a matter of fact, I had a funny.
They bought Marvel. Okay, they bought Marvel. Like, all right, that wasn't a guarantee hit, by the way, at the time. wasn't guaranteed at fucking all. They bought it for $4 billion.
They bought Marvel, but they didn't have the X-Men, which is like the titular characters in Marvel. So it's kind of like
they were digging in the couch for Link, trying to find characters like who the fuck we got left.
Iron Man.
Like, they made the Avengers more popular than the fucking X-Men.
Yeah. By far.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah, but I had a funny exchange today online. The dude actually deleted his comment.
You went in that hard.
No, I didn't go in hard at all. I just gave him some simple facts and told him to cut the bullshit. So it was actually on the it was something I posted. The Idris Elba like choking about like you on a date, and then the girl says Justice League was bad, and then it came. So a couple DC fans descended in there and shit. One dude was like, "Yeah, only reason people didn't like Justice League because it's not the MCU. Had it been MCU, people would be all over that shit." And so my comment was, "No, that's not true. That's some shit you can't even qualify. Cut that shit out because everybody seemed to love." No, my bad. It wasn't Justice League. It was the Dark Phoenix shit.
Oh,
that movie's trash.
That movie's not good.
That was the argument. And so he said everybody would love it if it was with the MCU. That's bullshit. They just haters. I said, no, cut that bullshit out because everybody seemed to love the Deadpool and the Logan series. So what's your point?
What are you talking about?
So I went back and the comment was gone.
He was like, damn.
Like, you got me.
He was like, shit. He was like, that dude watched movies.
Yeah, again,
right. You know what he's talking about.
Cut that shit out, man. Stop saying shit.
But that's the thing is like, again,
think through.
When people said, it drives me crazy, don't say that Fox came up with some new thing for the X-Men movie. Oh, they were trying something different. They weren't. They literally, their most successful X-Men movies were the Deadpool movies that they aped the fucking MCU style. They did. That's why, you know how true that is? Right. That's why Bob Iger is like, yeah, we'll just put the Deadpool movies in our universe because they fit. They fit. The other bland-ass Bryan Singer, smooth young boy touch movies are fucking terrible. They don't fit. They don't fit.
Like with the X-Men crowd, the Fox X-Men and the DC fans, you can't try to land-base the Marvel formula, but then try to congratulate DC or Fox for trying to emulate and failing at it. That doesn't match up.
Right.
Because those franchises try to ape exactly what the fucking Marvel did, and they did a piss poor job of it. Yeah. So you can't say one ain't shit and try to, yeah, they got it right though. No, you didn't.
No, they didn't.
They fucked it all up.
And the thing is, fans, like, we are very discerning because, like, we know a lot of the background shit and stuff like that. And I can understand people making the argument like, well, you didn't like it because it wasn't in the MCU. Yo, you know how many people don't know that, like, the X-Men movies aren't really connected? Like, you know how many people just go, oh, it's X-Men, I like comic book movies, and they just go. But they go and they go, that's not good. That's it. They just go and say it's not good. They don't know all the background. They don't know who Bob Iger is. They don't know who Bryan Singer. They don't know any of that information. All they know is they went to see a movie and this shit wasn't as good as the other one. That's it. That's it. And I'm sorry. Yeah. I've watched that reaction video, those people, like the audio reaction of that last scene in Endgame, the big fight scene, the big reveal, like on your left, all that shit. Yeah. The crowd is so fucking hyped. It is not, Disney is not making movies that is dragging and forcing people to the theater. It's that they're making movies that people enjoy. What the fuck do you want? Like, that is what movies are for.
If people are willing to sit through those fucking marathons.
Right.
You hit a nerve.
You can't say shit.
Yeah.
Like if people are willing to sit 20-something hours and watch, fuck that, first of all. No. No. I don't give a fuck how grown. No. I'm not sitting in one fucking seat for fucking 37 hours to watch a bunch of goddamn movies.
I would fall asleep by Endgame.
I'd be like, I would fall asleep by Iron Man 2. I mean, like, I'm fucking tired.
That was the second movie. I'm out.
Hey, whatever. It don't matter.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It didn't help. It did not help that Dark Phoenix came after Endgame. Yeah, the bar said high shit. Yeah. But the low numbers on Dark Phoenix, even though I heard it wasn't as bad as people say it was, probably still shit.
No, it's pretty bad.
The bad numbers. I know you saw it, yeah.
It's not worse than Apocalypse.
But that's what I'm kind of going to.
I don't know, actually.
Apocalypse is terrible.
Yeah.
And that's it. The low numbers that they got on Dark Phoenix is a referendum on what people saw in Apocalypse.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. All that hype and build-up you got in-game was a referendum of what we've been given for the past fucking 10, 11 years.
That's right.
And the build-up.
Yeah, because you couldn't
like
just
people didn't want to see
any...
Dark Phoenix. Be like, yo, I saw Apocalypse last year. That shit was whack as fuck. I don't want to see this shit no more.
Right, and look, that's why I give all the credit in the world to Avatar. Right. Avatar got $2.78 billion off one movie, off the jump. It was just like. Yeah. Just from a fucking new IP all the way up.
Right.
Marvel made it, but yeah, they had a boost because every time they did work. Every time they put out a movie, it was getting pushed up by all the movies that came before.
Right.
Like, yeah, like look, I like all the Marvel, for the vast majority of the MCU movies, I like them, and the ones that cracked $1 billion, stuff like that. But a lot of them just got pushed and pushed and pushed because people enjoy the movies.
And that's pretty much almost for the whole. To a certain degree, the whole comic book genre and the movie genre is that if people have a good time seeing a comic book movie, they don't give a fuck who it's from.
They don't care.
The next one come out, I had a good time with this Marvel one, so this
I'm trying to see
Sony one come out, or well, if it's good, I want to go see it again. But if they go and see your bullshit, it's like, nah.
Yeah, people like a story.
Yeah,
they do.
Like, and the Marvel movies is a gigantic story that people have been following for 10 years. So the culmination of like the Endgame and Infinity War, like that's like a present.
Yeah, it was.
Like, look, again, I don't get hype a lot, but that last fucking 30 minutes of Endgame was amazing.
No,
it is.
It was one of the greatest things I've ever seen on film.
No.
Just ever.
Yeah, it is. and people are like, oh, these movies won't hold up in 10 years because they
will.
Like, because it's all the, all this building and stuff like that. I'm
that's
like,
bullshit because I can still watch the Avengers sequence over and over again. And that came out in 2000 what?
8?
Well, the Avengers.
I'm sorry.
Like 2011?
Yeah,
2011, 2012. That was 7 years ago.
Yeah. Well, that last fight Endgame was just a whole bunch of fan service. Like, nigga, we watched 20 plus movies. I think we're about due for some frivolous ass fan service.
But here's the thing.
Fuck, I'm good with that.
But isn't that what you want in an action movie? Like, you know what's fan service?
We're fans.
Like,
because
I came to see things for me. Yeah. Like, that's what I didn't come to then, like, you know what it would have been like anti-fan service in the Endgame fight. Captain America's like, grabs fucking Mjolnir, is like, Avengers assemble, and everyone starts screaming. They run towards each other, and then just fucking end credits. The Avengers won.
What? Yeah, there would have been a fucking riot. I'd have lost my shit. Yeah, it came out 2012. 7 years ago.
Honestly, when I was watching it the first time, I was like, please don't cut away from this. Like, this looks amazing. They're not really going to show all of this, are they? And then they did. I was like,
I really thought they were going to cut it. Like, it's no way they're going to show this. I was ready for the cut. Here it comes.
Or like pull back and it's just a bunch of stuff. They were like, nah, zoom in. Everybody gets a moment.
Yeah.
So like this idea that Disney is somehow supposed to handicap themselves. Like, I saw one comment on this one story. He's like, these Marvel movies are so overdue, overdone and stuff like that. I'm like, you don't have to see them. There's 2 or 3 of them a year.
What does that mean?
Oh, but they're just really popular, and he has to hear about them.
Like, what does it mean? The movies are overdone.
There's too many of them. There's too many of them. By the way,
people enjoy themselves too much.
Right.
Much.
But by the way, don't ever think about the fact that Dick Wolf has 45 shows on fucking television right now. Right. Don't even think about that.
You got 17 different versions of fucking Law and Order.
Yeah, but those are somehow not overdone. Those are not overdone. And they come on every day of the week.
Yeah,
but somehow they're not overdone.
Every other hour.
There's a Dick Wolf show on some television.
There's a Dick Wolf show on now. What is it? 10 o'clock?
100%. Somebody is getting the sheet pulled from over them, and Ice-T is making a comment about them right now.
No, and like the X-Men, the Justice League shit franchise, they were just limping on. They were hanging on by a thread. I mean, because with X-Men, you got people back with, you lost people with X-Men 3. You got them back a little bit with First Class.
Yeah, First Class. I enjoyed First Class, but I don't know if I could watch that movie.
Yeah,
there's another one. It's another Avatar thing.
I'm literally not interested in watching that ever.
Hey, you got back with First Class. You got them back a little bit more with Days of Future Past.
I didn't like Days of Future Past.
I didn't think it was good.
And then you fucked up.
And then they
with Apocalypse
failed miserably with Apocalypse.
Yeah, it's like your cheating boyfriend keeps trying to come back. Like, look, you got a little wiggle room. You don't have a lot of wiggle room.
No. All I'm saying, everybody, the X-Men movies were so great and da-da-da. Look, I don't want to hear nothing from your ass in Phase 5 when they finally do the X-Men and they do them right. Because, look, I'm telling you, all those same people going to be like, yo, this is the best shit. Oh, it's all fan service now, huh?
I just think it's messed up that everyone wants to take away my fandom with the Fox losing X-Men. That was a real comment. Like,
Phase 5,
they don't belong to Fox, nigga.
Everyone's gonna hate the casting when they first announce who's gonna be whoever.
Yep.
Everybody's gonna hate it. It's gonna come out and it's gonna be really good, and then people are gonna complain. They're gonna
pretend that they like the Fox ones more.
They're gonna pretend that the Fox ones were better. Shut the fuck up. Right now, I'm telling you right now.
They have more real effects and better action sequences.
8/15/2019. Shut the fuck up. Because it's gonna be better. And yeah, it's gonna be the same cycle. It's always the same cycle.
Absolutely.
So,
all right. Wow, we are really late. All right.
All that Disney dick ride. Hope we get paid.
All right, I'm going to skip over the questions of the week. You're not getting paid. All right, we don't really have time, unfortunately, for What the Fuck this week. I'm sorry, we went a little too long. Just quickly, trailer. Dolomite is my name. Thoughts?
I'm going to watch it.
Trash.
Really? You didn't like trailer?
No, I'm fucking with you.
You know what? I got to tell you, didn't give a fuck about this. Not a Dolomite fan at all. I thought this looked really good.
No, I
actually thought it looked very good.
I've been tracking this since they first started production of it, so I've been really, really, really hype about it. I'll say this: the trailer surprised me. Going into it, I thought it may be a little bit more of a like a biography type story, and maybe like Eddie might tap into his like dream girls, more but some comedy but more drama.
Yeah.
So I was kind of surprised by the trailer, but with that being said, I did still like what I saw. It's more of a send up and it's like a straight up. Yeah. Wild ass romp. It looks good. Yeah,
it reminds me more of a Room than like a serious type thing.
No,
and I really like the Room.
Yeah.
My only problem is that he does not sound at all like Ray Moore.
Yep, the voice.
Like he just sounds.
I thought he would affect.
He just sounds like he's doing his like over the top animated voice, like Donkey from like Shrek.
Yeah, I thought, yeah.
But that's about it. But besides that, it looks really fun.
And he can do.
And it's Netflix.
He can impersonate any fucking body. He can impersonate anybody. So I thought he would do at least some kind of.
And he might. Like they may save that, a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think they'll.
I'm trying to give him something, but I have to say, I was just like, oh, Eddie Murphy's in it. Don't give a fuck. I just don't care.
I like the cast,
but the cast is really good.
Cast, yeah.
So fucking Clifford, what's his name? Clifford Harris. What's his name?
Oh, T.I.
Yeah, T.I. was in that shit. I was like, Tip Harris.
I thought you said Clifton Powell. Shit, Clifton Powell ain't in
I was like, yo, what the fuck? Why is this nigga?
T.I. not associated with calculators?
Yeah, I was like, why the fuck is this nigga in there? Okay. That's
Indubitably.
Weird.
But
no, this looks fun.
It looks really good. And that comes out like later this month, I think.
Yeah.
And also a new Dave Chappelle's series coming out.
Yeah, like the 26th or something like that.
Yep.
Shit, speaking of comedians, you watched did you watch the latest episodes of Comedians and Cars Getting Coffee?
No, I'm not gonna.
The one with Eddie and the one with Jamie Foxx.
Those are good.
Good ones, man.
Good.
Yeah, especially watch Eddie. It reminds you, man, how good that motherfucker is without even trying, man.
I miss like.
I really hope he nails it with this movie and his comedy special.
I really hope the comedy special is good, but I don't think it is.
Yeah.
I don't.
Look, if he can pull, I'll tell you this: I don't think Coming to America 2 will be good. But if he can pull, I'm serious. I don't think it'll be good. But I will completely change my tune if that comedy special that he does is good.
Yeah.
If it is, I'll be like, oh shit, son, he might still have it.
Yeah,
if he still has it, then okay. But I don't think he still got it. Like, I just don't. I think being in movies is very different than stand-up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
very different.
And that's what he spoke to with Seinfeld. And on like a couple of interviews I've seen him years before, and he's like, why won't you do stand-up? He's like, it's different. He's like, I haven't done it in so long.
Harder.
Yeah, he's like, honestly, I'm scared of doing the work because you got to go out there, you got to go to shows, working material. It's like, yeah, I can come out with a big comedy special like Raw or whatever, and people will be like, yeah, I'm gonna get a standing ovation when I come out. And then after that, it's like, all right,
yeah, what
you got?
Right.
He's like, you got to come with it. So he's like, I want to make sure I am right before I do that shit. So I hope he's right now.
It's like, you'll get that standing ovation because you're Eddie Murphy.
Right.
But then you tell them
when you sit down, it's like, all right.
You funny or not? And if you ain't funny, you like...
Man, once that ovation is over, it's
you
like,
gonna hear that shit on Twitter, like, yo, this nigga corny.
and then it's over for you. It's a wrap. So. No, but like it would be. I have to say, it would be super dope if he came out there and surprised officers like.
No, if he nails it, I will be super happy.
Yeah,
like I will
because he's one of my favorite comedians. Yeah, he's one of my favorite comedians of all time. But like he hasn't been relevant.
Whew, man, the movie
fucking 20 years. Yeah. So like, don't get out there and be like the Nutty Professor. Like, no. Tell some raunchy jokes, man.
Yeah,
like
your kids are adults now. It's cool. It's okay.
Yeah, Dr. Doolittle shit is over. Like, let's get to work, Eddie. Come on. Talk about that trans hooker you picked up and try to pretend like you ain't know. Talk about that shit. Surprise. Look, it's cool now. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, look.
No judgment.
Ain't no judgment. Go ahead now. All right, that's it for us. Sorry we didn't get to what the fuck. We did have to. I thought the conversation about the studios was important. Send it to John Campia. I'm gonna clip that shit out. I am, because he's wrong. He's just wrong. And look, John Campia, if you want to come on the show, we'll talk about it. All right, that's it for us, and we will see you guys next week.
Take it easy.
Adios.
Bye. You're watching the Nerdpocalypse YouTube channel. Make sure you click that button to subscribe and check out our weekly podcast where we talk about movie, TV, news, tech, and weird stories from around the internet.